10 o'clock. Good morning from Vanderbilt Health Football Center. I'm Lucas Panzica. We are at Titans training camp practice for the final time in 2026. Joint practice against the Chicago Bears as the Titans gear up for the preseason finale. Saturday night roster cut day on Sunday. In NFL news, Leonard Williams getting himself a big 3-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks, inking a 3-year contract. It includes $56 million in guaranteed money, $90 million in total money. Meanwhile, the Indianapolis Colts are activating number one wide receiver Alec Pierce off of the physically unable to perform list, which he has been on throughout the duration of camp. Former Tennessee wide receiver Cedric Tillman has been cut by the Cleveland Browns a few days before roster cut day. And in other NFL news, the league axing the Pro Bowl games. They will still name Pro Bowlers, but are now canceling the event. Preseason action is underway tonight at 6. The Steelers at the Bills. At 7, it's Patriots at Browns and Niners at Raiders. At 9 p.m., the Rams take on the Chargers in the battle for Los Angeles. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone. Good morning. Welcome into a beautiful sunny day at Vanderbilt Health Football Center. The final time that we'll be broadcasting live from here as the Titans get ready to take the field against the Chicago Bears. We are fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. We will be bringing you one more day of practice play-by-play, and it is one more opportunity for players to prove themselves on the practice field. Buck is inside the Titans facility. He and Greg Cosell are having a chat with Brian Dable that you can hear later on in the show. Lucas and Robert with you for the moment. Kirby is here. Ramon and Will are here. It's a big old crew of Zone folks for one last ride at Vanderbilt Health Football Center. How many spots do you think are still up for grabs?
Ooh.
On that first 53-man roster.
I'm going to say none.
None. You think they've already got it all made up?
I think they know what they need to see. And I think we will actually learn more about that, seeing order of entry and how many opportunities certain players are getting in on 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. Because if you're not going to keep them or they're going to be in your practice squad, getting those reps is virtually useless to you. So I would say, maybe one or two, but I bet generally they have their mind made up.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the focus today will obviously for us be on Cam Ward and the offense, especially if they are just on this near side once again in the field directly in front of us. I mean, what is a more interesting test for the Titans today? This offense against the Bears defense or the Titans defense against Caleb Williams?
That one.
And that Bears offense, especially after the performance we saw against the Seahawks.
That one there. Titans defense will have their hands full today with one of the best offensive minds in football calling plays on the opposite side of the field against them. It'll be a good test, and they have a lot of fun players to watch. I haven't gotten to see the injury updates. I know they're missing a number of smaller players. Kyle Monungai, the backup running back, is kind of banged up. On the defensive side, Austin Booker, one of their edge rushers, has been out and day-to-day, so we'll see if he's out here today. Lost Kobe Bryant earlier in the offseason, so they're down a couple pieces, and the Titans have had relatively good injury luck. I know Keldrick Falk is day-to-day, but the only major losses for the year were Jaron Kanik and
Jalen Harrell.
Thank you, Jalen Harrell. So hopefully that trend continues today for the Titans. And we get a clean day of work in. What
is the biggest question around the Bears going into this year? I mean, the Kobe Bryant injury is significant to the back end of that defense. Is it a wide receiver, though, with DJ Moore out the door and in the question of can Rome Odunze and Luther Burden basically rise to the occasion and co-lead a passing attack?
Maybe from the outside looking in, but if I'm a Bears fan, the biggest question I have is can you replicate the defensive success we had last year? The turnover differential was astonishing for them. I think it was a league-high amount of turnovers.
Led the league in forced turnovers, yeah.
So forcing the most turnovers, that is hard to replicate.
No Kevin Byard.
And the safety that you signed to get him or to replace him is out 6 to 9 months, so maybe a virtual unknown for the regular regular season. How much can you shake loose? It's not like if you look everywhere else in the NFC North, it's not like a Brian Flores or there's a defensive counterpart that you really trust to Ben Johnson. I think he's still earning that. But if I am a Bears fan, I want to see, can the defense help us keep us out of shutouts, keep us in shutouts, keep us out of games where our offense has to score like they did last year.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every game was a boat race.
I mean, I feel like I'd be a little nervy going into this year as a Bears fan. Like, obviously, the excitement of Caleb Williams. He is no question an ascending player, Madden cover, all these things. He was a superhuman at times last year, but there was so much about what the Bears did well last year that feels so unsustainable. Like you said, just that constant rate of forcing turnovers, the boom or bust element of their defense, and the amount of one-score games that they won in almost miraculous comeback fashion time and time again. That's not really a formula that can be repeated, and they're out their lead wide receiver from a year ago. So, like, if I'm a Bears fan, I'm super excited about that Williams-Johnson marriage. You should be. But I'm also like, okay, are we going to be able to actually sustain, a median level of defense and not have to be in a situation where, okay, Caleb Williams, put on your cape 6 times a season?
Unfortunately, I think that's where you're going to be at. Even though, have you heard any of the things Ben Johnson has said this offseason? He's like, I want blowouts and I want shutouts. He wants to be dominant on both sides of the ball. And I'm like,
that's all well and good.
Kind of sounds like you want to have your cake and eat it too, buddy, because if you're scoring that many points, you're giving them the ball back pretty quickly, putting your defense out there where it's going to have to play with less rest. So we'll check it out. We'll see it.
Well, the thing about Caleb Williams that's so fun to watch is obviously the improv, so to speak, the off-schedule stuff, and he's a very dynamic quarterback. But I don't know how much of that we see at practice today, right? I don't think he's going to be running around, juking Titans players out in the backfield, breaking tackles back there. The second you lay a finger on him, the play is basically blown dead. So it'll be interesting to see what we can gather. Will there be any sort of intent to push the ball down the field in the passing game? Because that really feels like the thing that we're missing from Cam Ward in this offense, just from what we've seen in camp, right? Obviously in the preseason games, which everyone has seen. We talked about the stat yesterday that Cam Ward is 0 in the preseason on passes longer than 7+ air yards.
Wolf.
0 for 6. It's not a lot of attempts in 3 games, 6 series, so basically 1 per series, but he's 0 for 6. We haven't really seen him push the ball down the field in training camp either, right? It's been a lot of master the mundane, the boring stuff, for lack of a better way to put it.
Making rent, making hay.
Yes, which we've talked about all offseason as the thing we want to see from Cam Ward. But you also have to layer the ball down the field, right? As the number 1 overall quarterback and a potential franchise quarterback of this franchise, I wonder if there is any intent from Daboll and this group in the last real opportunity of training camp to try and do that today against this Bears defense.
I'm still cautiously optimistic. I think the downfield passing will work itself out when you get to run with pacing and you get to kind of dictate the pace of your own offense in a real game. When they're running the ball and they're doing it successfully and they can make play action work and you keep the defense honest, I think those things will work themselves out. You don't really get an extended period to do that in the preseason, but that's something we have to wait for week 1 for. What I can't wait for, the Bears have a lot of fun rookies on both sides of the ball that I think will come into play today. You remember Ephesians Prysock on the 49ers gave Tate a little trouble in week 1 of the preseason.
Yeah, defended him well.
The Bears have another cat that is long, similar to him, Malik Muhammad out of Texas. So excited to see that matchup. I think that'll be a great matchup for Tate. Also, Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon, the white safety, making some noise out there. So I wonder if him and Mason Kinsey will point at each other like the Spider-Man meme.
Okay. We will stay tuned to find out. You can hang out with us on 104.5 The Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, where you can chime in. 615-737-1045 is how you jump in. What do you want to hear about today? Where do you think there are still roster spots up for grabs? Are you like Robert and you think that there are pretty much none up for grabs, and the Titans have a very good idea of what that 53-man roster is going to look like this weekend? Kent asks in the FNM Bank chat, Chestnut over Singleton? Do they keep 3 or 4 running backs? Julius Chestnut ain't making the roster over the guy they just drafted out of Penn State.
And honestly, running back, when you look at positions that are more likely to get poached when you're subjecting players to waivers, I look at offensive linemen, I look at defensive linemen, I look at cornerbacks, the positions where attrition picks up more quickly. Now, running back, attrition does pick up, but that's usually middle of the season, third half, like when you get into the later weeks. I think that you would be okay subjecting Julius Chestnut to waivers initially. You could bring him up if you need someone to help in the return game, or you need someone in a split field, or maybe one of the running backs come out because he is notable on third down. But I think you would be generally safe keeping him on the practice squad, at least initially. And Khalil Mullings, I hope we get an update on him. He's been working on an adjacent field when we come out here. He, to me, could be a designated to return from IR. You get 2 of those before the initial 53-man roster comes through. That would make sense to me as being an initial maybe like a midseason replacement kind of thing. He can come in once he gets healthy and help bolster that room up. So you have options, and it's a good thing. I can't remember a year where the Titans had depth, quality depth, at a number of positions on offense. Tight end, decent depth. Wide receiver, good depth. Running back, decent depth. They have a good thing going for them. It's a good place to be in.
The defense today feels like a big day for the Titans defense, right? I mean, the Bears, we'll see if they play any starters in the preseason game. Caleb Williams did play in the last preseason game. Very limited outing, had 5 pass attempts. He did not play. They rested starters in preseason week 1. Typically, the final week of preseason is where you see the fewest reps for starters, right, with all the back-end guys trying to get as much tape out there as they possibly can. But it really feels like the Titans defense could use a bounce back after what happened on Sunday.
I agree with that. And also from a roster standpoint, doesn't it feel like the Titans roster is in a different place? Last year, they had the number 1 waiver claim, so they were able to go through and pick anybody they wanted from the entire list. This year doesn't feel like they would have that much interest in waiver claims or the spots to add many of those players, if any at all. I think that's an inspiring spot to be in, and honestly, a testament to Mike Borgonzi and the addition of top-level talent and depth to this roster. But interesting to see. I love cut day. Sunday, I will be plastered to my phone looking to see who the hell's getting cut. We haven't got to talk about last week in Dallas. Did you see the first player from the Navajo tribe? He's the first player. I can't remember his name. I'd have to look it up for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw him a touchdown. He played tackle at Kentucky. I believe he was at New Mexico State before that. That's one of the cats I'm looking at. I just love the stories of preseason. The guy like that's got to be on your practice squad.
Well, you guys will be glad to hear that Robert and Stoney Keeley are doing the show together on Monday out at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply in Murfreesboro. Much more equipped, I would say, to react to roster cut day. So,
has somebody said that? Did somebody approve that?
Oh, I don't know.
Where are you guys going to be at?
We're not going to be here.
What? I got to do a show.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, find out Monday.
I was gonna take.
When he is not here on Monday and I am not here on Monday, then the responsibility falls to you.
Lord, last time y'all did this, I said a bad word on the air and about got fired.
Well, when it happens, we won't be here to deal with it. It'll be somebody else's problem.
No, Lucas will go, no, you're fine, buddy. It'll all blow over by Monday. Come in Monday and my card doesn't work anymore.
That would be great.
How was Dave's?
Really good. I said 5 words, which means it's the best podcast
that's
we've
good.
ever done.
Excellent.
Where's Greg?
Greg is going to be out on the field at some point.
Makes sense.
So I think he is still hanging out in the conference room. I think he has a few more people that he was going to talk to in an off-the-record capacity. But the episode with Greg and Brian Dable for the install, that maybe we play a snippet. I don't want to put too much on Kroll, but maybe we play a snippet of it tomorrow. We could do a snippet of it today, depending on how things work with the editing process, because at some point I do have to send him that podcast.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have enough today to play it tomorrow.
Okay.
It's nice to have in our pocket.
Sure.
Yeah.
It'll be out and available for people by this evening.
Okay.
For those of you who want to subscribe to the Installs podcast feed or subscribe to 104.5 The Zone's YouTube channel where you can watch it. And it's a really nice setup. They put us in a Floyd Reese conference room. Made me very happy because Floyd was a buddy of mine. And it's cool to see the way that they're remembering him in the building because it's all the old Fireball logo stuff for that era of Titans. They have not touched the Eddie George room and the Floyd Reese room to, I think, remember their roots with all the new logo stuff.
Speaking of, did either of y'all get around to watching the VY documentary?
No, I did not.
I finished it yesterday.
Okay, give us your full thoughts.
And spoil it.
It was really good.
Well,
spoiler alert, it doesn't work out for Vince.
Oh, dang.
The spoilers are the Jeff Fisher, Vince Young stuff.
And they hammered that.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all over social media.
Yes.
So if you are avoiding spoilers, I think you've probably already seen them.
The thing that I enjoyed most about it was remembering how freaking awesome Vince Young was in college as the quarterback of the Longhorns and how legendary that game was in the national championship, that Rose Bowl against USC. But they hammered the Jeff and Vince stuff. Jeff did not back down from his stance whatsoever. The quote, that's the craziest quote to come out of the documentary. I don't know if y'all have seen this on social media. So Jeff says this to the camera that Bud Adams obviously really wanted Vince. Jeff wanted Jay Cutler. Norm Chow, his offensive coordinator, wanted Matt Leinart because he coached him at USC. Bud Adams wanted Vince Young, and a big part of it was he heard the mayor of Houston, the former mayor of Houston, that I believe was the mayor when the Oilers, the whole thing with Bud and the city of Houston happened, the Oilers left. He heard the former mayor of Houston say, if we don't draft Vince Young, I'm going to jump off the 16th Street Bridge or whatever the name of the bridge was.
God.
So he wanted to draft him just so that dude would have to eat it.
Jeff Fisher says this. This is straight what Jeff said. I'm not paraphrasing. Bud said, we're going to draft Vince Young. I want to see the bleep jump. I want to see the B word jump. Is what Jeff Fisher tells that Netflix
awesome.
the Bud Adams said.
No,
It didn't
about
turn out
wanting
good.
to
It's
draft
not
Vince
awesome.
Young.
It didn't turn out good,
No,
but dang, that's awesome.
it contributed to Jeff Fisher's firing, and
it's
it was
a cold-blooded line.
and it was a complete no-win situation for both Jeff and Vince.
But that at its crux, like Robert, it is a great line, and that sounds like something should be blowing up behind Bud Adams.
That's
when he
straight
says
out
it,
of a
right?
movie.
Some
Right?
things are worth losing for.
No. Some things are
Did he
not
jump?
worth ruining to.
She did. I don't think she did. No.
It was a woman.
Yes.
Well, that's why
what-
he said the B.
Yeah, that's why he said I want to
Well,
see the B word
men
jump.
can be bees.
That's
too.
true. That's true. No, we are very happy she didn't jump. But
We are.
oh, I'm sorry.
I
It
would
was-
have loved to see
Okay,
that.
it was the mayor's wife who said that. Thank you, Scripty, for correcting me. Bud was referencing the quote
Either
from the
way,
mayor's wife.
That's even more heinous.
But yeah,
I hope the B jumps.
I want to see the bleep jump. That's when talking about why he wanted to draft VY. He wanted to stick it to Houston, and
So we're never getting out of this uniform crap, are we? If the roots are that deep.
I mean, at this
Well, that was
point,
out there
It's
for
just gonna be
everybody.
just the complaints until the end of time about these damn uniforms and who gets to wear the colors.
well, I
and
mean,
who
Houston contributes to it as much as
doesn't. No, I know.
anybody at this
I know.
point.
What I'm saying is we
Yeah.
who will discuss
Yeah.
these things. We are never getting out of the uniform.
But it was so clear that was a marriage that was doomed from the beginning, just completely doomed. And VY did some fun stuff. VY did not help his own case, but yeah, it was interesting. You guys I'd suggest
Dang,
watching it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
No,
It's a good dog. It's only like an hour 20, hour 30. It's not like a 10-part miniseries. So
No, and especially like with Bud, not that you're glad that Bud is gone, but when one of the figures in a story like that passes away, people are more comfortable telling the stories.
Sure.
Right? So I'm not saying it's good that Bud's gone, but we learn more because Bud is not around to, for Jeff to tell that story.
They talked to everyone you would want them to talk to. They talked to Mac Brown, obviously Vince and Jeff. They said they reached out to Vince Young's father, who was not a part of his life, and it was a big part of why he looked up to Steve McNair so much, and did not get any response. But yeah, it was good stuff. It was very interesting, especially if you're a Titans fan.
Well, but what you said there about being doomed from the start. Do not make your coaches draft players that they don't want. Whether you're an ownership group, whether you're a front office that thinks that's your guy, but you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do not make the coaches, and I'm not saying the coaches are blameless. I'm not saying Fish is blameless in any of this, right? Jeff Fisher is very much, a part of the immovable force versus the unstoppable force versus the immovable object type of situation, right? Like they butted heads. Nobody was going to come to the table. Still, I mean, Vince, God bless him for writing that letter, and Jeff saying he thought it came from somebody else because
they misspelled his name.
Wrong, and that's
That's not
just
true.
I mean, Vince.
If you wanted to find out whether Vince
Yeah.
wrote that letter, you can find out.
VY did a lot to contribute to his own downfall, but no question, he was put in a position to fail,
Yeah,
and he
man.
was not even remotely equipped to deal with it.
Owners have the most impact, And that is the thing that we control the least.
Yeah.
That fans control the least,
Yeah.
that media control the least, that the coach, I mean, what can the coach do if you're not just your boss, but your boss's boss's boss
Yeah.
comes downstairs and says, I want to see the mayor's wife jump off a bridge, draft this quarterback.
Yeah.
That's basically, and I know Jerry was joking about the homeless guy that he took draft advice from that one year about Manziel or whatever it was. Like he ran into some unhoused person on the street, and they were like, you guys should draft Johnny, bring him to the Cowboys. And it's a story that Jerry's talked about before. And he didn't do it, right? They drafted Zach Martin instead, which so much smarter. But it's all like if Jerry had been like, maybe this is a sign or something like that. Maybe this is a football angel on the street telling me to draft Johnny Manziel.
No, it was future Johnny Manziel being like, draft me, so I don't have to start immediately, please.
No.
Oh,
It was
man.
a Back to the Future situation.
Yes.
We'll always have that Rookie of the Year, 6-game win streak where VY was awesome for a while when he was just doing absolutely nothing that was asked of him and improving, but it was fun. So.
And it's not like, I mean, because think about, again, the margins. Cutler was more successful.
Oh, sure.
Cutler had a longer career.
Yeah.
Smoked more cigs.
I don't know that Jay Cutler is going to be, Jay Cutler is not
Who knows?
saving things here.
Who knows?
Is he? Yeah, right. It's an impossible.
I mean,
impossible
they had some
question.
pretty good football teams here. Kerry Collins helped them get off to a 10-0 start and a 1 seed
But
in
it's
that window.
It's a
So
lot of fun to think about the idea of Jay Cutler,
yeah.
Titans legends.
I think there could have been some pretty successful seasons with prime Jay Cutler here with that defense.
That defense.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes back to show you that they really don't cater to the local fans of Vanderbilt.
That's right. Spit in their faces.
Spitting in their face.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking of which, did you guys talk about Tillman?
We've got headlines. Let's do
Next.
them. In 38 minutes, doors open at Hattie B's locations across Middle Tennessee, whether that's Melrose, Midtown, Broadway, brand new to East Nashville, even inside of both Geodis Park and Nissan Stadium when you're watching the Titans and Nashville Soccer Club this weekend. And you have got to race to a Hattie B's near you to make sure that you try the new and limited time only Hattie Melt. Trust me, you know I would not lead you astray when it comes to food. It's grilled or it's fried chicken, whatever spice level you want with that beautiful, perfect Hattie Q, barbecue-y, smoky, creamy sauce drenched all over it. You know Hattie B's does sides better than anybody. You know Hattie B's does hot chicken better than anybody. They have healthy options like the Southern salad with those cornbread croutons. Download the app and start to build up those rewards and go to Hattie B's today.
last joint camp of the year. There are signings, there are new contracts, there are releases, everything in between. We go to one masked man who masters the mundane. It's Lucas Panzika.
People are staring.
You're right. We have transactions, we have contracts, we have NFL news. So we could start with this contract given to a player that was just on this field last week. Seahawks defensive lineman Leonard Williams has signed a 3-year, $90 million contract extension. It makes him one of the NFL's highest-paid defensive tackles, $56 million in guaranteed money. He was set to be a free agent in 2027. It now ties him with Vita Vea for the 5th highest average annual income for a D tackle. He is behind Jalen Carter, Quinnen Williams, and, of course, Jeffrey Simmons. Chris Jones also just ahead of Leonard Williams, who is 32 years old and still making the big bucks.
Leonard Williams drafted by the Giants.
Correct.
Originally.
Sounds
then
right.
did he go to the Jets and then the Seahawks? Is that correct?
Definitely played for...
Drafted by the Jets and then he went to the Giants.
Yeah,
bro.
that's right.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So an interesting career for Leonard Williams, and obviously has turned out to be hugely successful. He's surrounded by a lot of great parts in Seattle that make that. That's what you hope for Jeff, right? Now, Williams was not as statistically productive as Jeff Simmons, but Jeff had to be, right? Jeff is the only person out there making a number of plays versus Williams, who can, let DeMarcus Lawrence make a play here or there, or let some of these other great defensive linemen that they have up front. He had 8 sacks last year, which would put him 5th. He had 36 hurries, 14 quarterback hits. He had 58 total pressures. Not as many batted passes as I would have thought for especially somebody that size. I know he likes to use his length. I know he gets his hands up when he's not able to get to the quarterback, so I was surprised by that. But he's just an all-around effective player in a really good situation and now gets rewarded. Good for Leonard Williams.
If he plays out this contract, he will have made $250 million.
Oh, wow.
$250 million.
That's like Kirk Cousins money.
It's insane. Good for him.
Hell yeah, good for him.
So, I'm going to turn myself down a bit, Robert. I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
Oh, I turned the wrong. See, I wish we had an engineer out here.
You know,
He's doing something.
We just don't have the resources.
Should we turn the camera on him and show people what he's doing, or is that going to screw up the whole thing? Yes, that is what the engineer who's responsible for the audio quality is currently doing while we do a professional radio broadcast. Professional.
Oh, Lord.
Oblivious. I love that.
Oh, man.
Just completely oblivious. That makes me very happy.
Okay, another transaction. The Colts are activating wide receiver Alec Pierce off of the physically unable to perform list. So Pierce, who had what does that do for you? Why you're peanut butter
care?
babying us right now?
But not in a good way. He's like growling. He's like
I
angry.
don't like it. Who do they play week 1?
It's like I am
The
Groot.
Ravens?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have some inside information on why Derek is going to have a big week against the Indianapolis Colts.
Don't do that to me. Don't
off the air.
tease
Off
me.
the air.
Don't
Off the
tease
air.
me.
I have a very motivated Derrick Henry in week 1. But Derek always tries to play hard there because that's where he broke his foot. I think it's it's associated on a number of different fronts.
I think I scored some tickets for that game.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the nosebleeds.
It's at Lucas Oil.
Yes. Yeah.
The nosebleeds at Lucas Oil are real nosebleeds.
I
brother.
convinced Cheyenne to.
The press box at Lucas Oil is a nosebleed.
Yeah.
I convinced Cheyenne months ago. I was like, hey, I think we should do week 1. It's only like a 4-hour drive. And she's like, oh, I'll get the hotel room. I totally forgot. I was like, oh, I'm looking at these tickets. These are kind of high. She's like, well, you better get them because I already got that hotel room. So last night I had to pull some strings. I was like,
Oh, you totally forgot about getting the tickets.
I forgot that she already got the hotel room. She's a Marriott Bonvoy
Yes.
a gold member.
As am I.
Yes, all of us gold members
Yes,
must
all right.
stick together. The worst Austin Powers movie?
Gold member?
They're all good.
Oh, man.
They are all good.
What's the best?
The first one. I think the first
I-
one is
I
really
love-
good.
Is the first one Spy Who Shagged
No,
Me?
that's the second one.
Yeah.
No.
They are all good.
First one is just Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Spy Who Shagged Me is the second one.
I love the musical numbers to start. I wonder
Yeah.
if Jackass followed suit in that, like where the huge musical number. Shine and I
the
watched.
Britney Spears one where she's a robot.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good. Love Austin Powers.
So, okay, Alec Pierce is going to start ramping up. They're hoping he's back for that opener against Baltimore.
So Colts have had really good luck. I mean, maybe it's not luck, maybe it's skill. But
Well, he retired a couple years ago. He was a really good luck at that point, but
That's good. That's good.
he's not there anymore, though. I don't know if they have good luck anymore.
He has a
I
point.
think he's at Stanford now.
It's been a while now. It's pretty dated. So, you were probably not going to make a good point anyway. The Browns are releasing veteran wide receiver Cedric Tillman.
this is why my point is relevant, because the Colts are as depleted as a wide receiver core as they've been, right? Not only have they been lucky with quarterbacks, but they're going to be exploring the market, because who are the top 2 wide receivers now? It's Pierce and it's Downs and it's Warren. Warren counts, right? The tight end.
And
But
NWI.
This is an interesting wide receiver market that Cedric Tillman is entering into.
Yeah, so they're cutting him before roster cut day.
Did you
That
drop a Zen out of your mouth in the middle of that segment? What was that?
What, did somebody say that in the chat?
No, I saw it.
as he stamps it out like
That's
a fire.
I'm putting it in the cracks. I'm filling all these crevices,
There are the
which
Murray,
is what Cedric Tillman is going to try to do for someone's wide receiver core.
Yes.
there are several Murray County Mules jerseys
Oh, those are badass.
in the background, and I love them.
They're like Mardi Gras colors.
Those are incredible.
Shout out to the good folks at Murray County.
Does
Okay.
it shock you that
Oh, Special Olympics.
that
Okay,
they,
very cool.
that they weren't able to get something? We just saw Keyshawn Butte traded for Jaden Reed, and a pick swap. I'm surprised they couldn't get something for him. He has started games. He
Yeah.
has skill, but now just released outright.
Crazy that he gets released from the team that drafted him before Jalen Hyatt.
I just said that to Robert in the elevator.
I think you're a couple days off. I think he will probably be
I would agree.
among
But
the
still,
cuts as well.
It's kinda crazy.
Like Cedric Tillman, he was injured early in Cleveland.
He only played 13 games last year, so he missed 4. He had 21 catches for 270 and 2 touchdowns. Prior to that, in 2024, only played in 11 games, but had 339 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he's been banged up, but, he's been, a decent little wide receiver 3,
Well,
4.
You got to imagine that he's also been hampered by poor quarterback play the entire time he's been there.
He's never had a shot.
So they drafted Casey Concepcion with the number 24 pick. In this past draft, they drafted Denzel Boston with the number 39 pick. Jerry Jeudy is on the Browns now, so that kind of pushed him down on the depth chart, and he has been released. Was set to make $3.6 million in the last year of his rookie contract. Will be subject to waivers. Expect he'll get picked up by a team that needs some back-end wide receiver depth. Obviously, Tennessee still waiting on one of those receivers to truly hit in the NFL.
And the Browns doing him a favor by releasing him ahead of cut day. So now teams that would be interested in picking him up off of waivers can do that with roster construction in mind. If they would have waited until Sunday, it's probably a harder chance for him to get on a roster or maybe a competing roster.
When was he drafted? What year?
Oh, it was after 23, yeah.
So he's had Jeff Driscoll, P.J. Walker, Amari Cooper at some point threw some passes in there, Bailey Zappi, DTR,
Oh, yeah.
Jameis, Deshaun. Oh, that's the punter. Did the punter fake? The punter had
He
a
had one.
passing
He had
attempt.
one. It doesn't count.
Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Joe Flacco.
Man.
Just since 2023.
Sad when Joe Flacco's the best quarterback you've seen.
I mean, and by a considerable margin. Jameis.
I'd still take Flacco.
You trust
Yeah.
Flacco more than Jameis,
Yeah.
but both of them have the same.
Tough to be a Cleveland Brown.
My
I said a
God.
30 touchdown season. Jameis, you threw 30 pick. No, that doesn't matter. I said a
Man.
30 touchdown season.
I think did he get 230 touchdowns here? Because they played a dumb game against the
I don't
Bucks in 2019, where Jameis had them dead to rights. Was on like the 2-yard line or the 3-yard line, and they went to hand the ball off. I can't remember if it was a reverse to Brashad Perriman, and they just botched the exchange on the goal line. It's one of the dumbest turnovers I've ever seen. I thought the Titans were so smoked in that game, and Jameis had a trademark interception, but he's just fun. Just fun to watch. I hope he gets some starts this year.
Who's talking at the podium for the Titans today? Is anybody we want to check on?
Oh, no, that's Dave Ziegler.
Okay, understood.
Assistant GM.
So they have to make, for the audience's reference, the schedule is a little different today. Did you guys talk about that?
We have not.
Okay, so practice would normally be about 15 minutes underway by now. They are not getting going here today against Chicago until 11 a.m., so that has set everything back as far as the normalcy of practice schedule. We'll still be able to do play-by-play for you, and we'll be able to do it in the noon hour, which is our most listened to hour, so the most amount of the audience will be able to hear Lucas doing practice play-by-play of the Titans offense and the Bears defense. We may even get a little Bears offense versus Titans defense, the way that things are set up here. But Dave Ziegler is talking this morning because they do have to make assistant general managers available like twice a year now as a part of the accelerator program. Guys get more visibility, more opportunities. I don't know that Zeke's needs it. He's been a general manager already in the league. But Dave Ziegler's day to talk to the media is today, ahead of roster cutdown weekend.
The NFL is eliminating the Pro Bowl games. And they are shifting the focus to celebrating simply the honor of being a Pro Bowl selection. So you can still be selected to the Pro Bowl. You will be in a Pro Bowl class. It will be an honor that is tagged to your career, that still meets contracts, incentives, and all these things. But no more Pro Bowl games. No more, pretending to get up for a flag football game or any of this stuff. And Peter O'Reilly said, the NFL executive VP, quote, "It's okay to be the first league to walk away from a competitive all-star game."
We are blaming Shedeur for this, yes? Pro Bowler Shedeur
well,
Sanders.
no, because
nuke the Pro Bowl.
Well, yeah, I guess that's so. They're not going to hold games, but they're still going to invite players to attend an in-person celebration. I guess that's a good point. Like, will this make it to where we no longer have the Shedeur Sanders of the world, or like it was Tyler Huntley a few years ago?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Making a Pro Bowl, right? Because guys are just straight up turning it down.
Now, you know why this is happening. Because agents for guys like Snoop Huntley and like Shedeur Sanders will look around and be like, but my guy's a Pro Bowler. He deserves more money.
It's still tied to, I think it's PPE, player performance escalators. So if you start a number of games contrary to your draft position, or if you make a Pro Bowl in certain years, it affects first-round picks, tag numbers when you get into fifth-year options. Have you made one Pro Bowl? Have you made 2+ Pro Bowls? Have you made an All-Pro? It still affects escalators, which I think is goofy. If you guys remember back to Bill Belichick saying that he used to vote for Dolphins and Bills players to make Pro Bowls because it would affect other teams' salary caps and make them unable to keep certain players.
Next level chess.
Yeah, I love the big brain part of it. I thought this would hurt more. I thought this would hurt me more.
Really? But how long has it been since the Pro Bowl has been relevant?
I always wanted to care. It just never loved me back. You know what I mean? Like, it never rewarded you for caring about it.
I miss when the Pro Bowl. This probably had to happen. I get it, but I'm with you, man. Like, I used to get up. I remember, like, in middle school, we'd be AFC or NFC, and like everybody arguing who's going to win between the AFC and the NFC when they're all going to Hawaii to play an actual football game. Like,
well, you had great moments.
Yeah,
like you had so many great moments. Like, do you remember Peyton Manning taking out that kicker?
Peyton Manning talking about idiot kicker. Sean Taylor, that is the GOAT Pro Bowl moment of him. Who did he lay out?
I can't even remember. Peyton Manning getting to take the snap from Jeff Saturday. He was a Pro Bowler for the Packers, even though he sucked. He was awful. That was his last year in the NFL, if I believe, but they allowed him to go from the NFC side.
Brian Moorman.
Yes.
Brian Moorman.
For the Bills.
Well, he was less man after he took
He was the punter that Sean Taylor absolutely annihilated.
So R.I.P. to the Pro Bowl. R.I.P. to Peter Cullen.
Should we watch this live? Just quickly? The Sean Taylor hit? Punter faking it? Sean Taylor. Oh, my God. And then he gets up and, like, crawls across the turf like Brian Dawkins doing the Wolverine.
Goodness. Yeah. Violence.
Woof.
They say it happens in threes. This week we lost Dolly Parton. We lost Tim Curry.
We didn't mention that yesterday, and we should have.
Big loss. And we lost Peter Cullen.
Voice of Optimus Prime.
Yes.
But not just Optimus. Are you kidding me?
Eeyore. I know it was Optimus Prime and Eeyore, and I know I'm missing.
Okay, so that's Monty, right? From
Mouse.
It's like Mouse Tales or something like that. I can't. It's like a Disney animated show. I remember that I can't say I remember it vividly, but I remember Monty, that character from a Disney Channel or Nickelodeon daytime show.
Yeah, August has been rough. We lost Big Nani off of Sopranos beginning of August.
Big Nani.
You can't say.
Yeah. Well, cat after it?
No, you can't. No? You can't. You can say Big Cat if you want to. Well, no, you can't say Big Cat because then people would think the Barstool guy died.
So rest in peace, Optimus Prime.
Yes. So that is unfortunate to see.
At the age of 85.
I didn't know Tim Curry was the original, what's the scary clown?
It.
Yep.
He's the original It.
In the first movie, yep.
I saw the original. I mean, this was probably 20 years ago.
Oh, he was in Clue. He was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. He was Miss Piggy's Love.
Home Alone 2.
So many classic roles, and he always did so well.
Yeah.
I loved his showmanship. his thespian, the inner thespian that he always brought to performances.
Yes. So, rest in peace.
Monterey Jack from Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Okay.
Rescue Rangers.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Do you guys remember Fido in American Tail?
Yes.
That was a great
So
movie,
good.
too.
It's not Fido.
Oh, no, it's the mice, though. It's
Yeah,
like,
but it's like is it? That's not Fidel. not
Castro.
Not a communist mouse. But it's like, I think it's Feifel.
Feifel. There we go.
All right, Lucas is telling us he's tired of mouse
Break
talk.
that mouse's back, Lucas.
Everybody can see you doing it. Just say go to break.
Break that mouse's
Only the
back.
people in the YouTube.
I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
You give me that water? Thank you, sir. No video.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive offers, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. Sign up with DraftKings today with code 1045ZONE and get ready to celebrate the biggest day of the season. Whatever you're betting, DraftKings Game Day has deals dropping all day long. Mark the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code 1045ZONE. Spend $5 to get $200 in bonus bets within 21 days. That's code 1045ZONE. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus, Tennessee only. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 in non-withdrawable bonus bets issued every 7 days via click-to-claim for 21 days. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
The Tennessee Men's Clinic is here for you. They've been here for guys in Middle Tennessee for over 12 years. They're now open in Murfreesboro, serving Nashville, Franklin, and Clarksville, as well as the borough, of course, as a legit script certified clinic, which means that they don't live in the gray area. A urologist is going to oversee every part of your protocol and your individualized treatment plan. If you want the best, you got to go to the Tennessee Men's Clinic because the pills don't work for everyone. And even when they do, a lot of guys deal with side effects. If the pills haven't worked or never really did, that's exactly who the Tennessee Men's Clinic is built for. Every visit includes an ED evaluation, not because something's wrong, but just because you want to make sure that you're keeping your levels at the right spot and making sure that your care is preventative as opposed to being reactive. Right now, they've got a great offer with a full hormone panel plus PSA for $99. You'll know your exact number in about an hour. Call them today at 615-208-9090. That's 615-208-9090 or online at TennesseeMen'sClinic.com.
Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. We crack open the history books, dust them bad boys off, and learned what happened today in sports history.
It's an interesting.
The history bucks, eh?
Oh, it's so dusty up here. Blow the dust off that thing.
What just came out of your nose?
Was there a boogie?
No,
Will you get it?
I didn't see
something
it.
fell.
Will you get it?
Yeah, let's pick his nose live on air. Andrew Luck retired 7 years ago. 7 years ago this week, and it was one of the more shocking stories of at least the last 10 years. 7 years ago. To think it was almost a decade ago is pretty crazy.
Yep.
That the Colts have not been able to get right since, obviously, to the benefit of the Titans or the Texans, even the Jags, because they have not won the division since 2014. Indianapolis?
Where were you moment in sports history?
Where were you?
2014.
I was, y'all know our friends Jay and Bree. They
Seriously.
they were out of town, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Mythith theory.
I was
Mythith.
in their house checking on their cat while they were out of town, watching a college football game on the couch, like a week 0 college football game, I think, on the couch, and saw it on social media.
Dang.
I was at Yeehaw Brew, that moonshine and beer place, just off of Old Smoky. Yeah, just off of
6 and Peabody.
Broadway. We were there for some kind of event, some kind of preseason event or something like that. And collectively, the bar found out. It's kind of crazy to see the bar find out in real time, because that game was on. That preseason game was on at the bar, and in real time, people got the Adam Schefter tweet, which was insane. And Andrew Luck walking off the field because he's standing on the sideline of the preseason game. He's getting booed by Colts fans because Schefter got the announcement before Luck got to the podium.
I want to say it was during a Florida football game, like a week 0 or season opening Florida football game in 2024 that happened. No, I guess it wasn't.
Have you guys seen Eric Ebron talk about this moment?
Was Ebron on the Colts?
He was. So he had gotten there.
I don't remember that.
He had gotten there, and they had went through training camp, and he was like, dude, I had been getting – I think it was with the pivot. I think he was talking with Ryan Clark. He's like, we had been getting dusted. Offense had been getting dusted all offseason. And then Luck came back and practiced for one practice, hit me in the end zone like twice, and I wanted to fall to my knees and be like, my quarterback is back. Like, y'all don't understand this. My quarterback is here. And then, like, 6 days later, dude was like, nah, you're not going to do this.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, this was 2019? Yeah, I was right. Oh, I nailed it. Thank you, Zach. It was a Florida game. Miami and Florida. We're playing in week 0 on the day that Andrew Luck retired.
Yeah, because in 2018, the Titans lost that win-and-in game to Andrew Luck because Jayon Brown almost single-handedly tried to win that game with Blaine Gabbert at quarterback. It also produced one of the most memorable pieces of audio I think that we have in the sports consciousness. I'm going to have Kroll play this clip for the two of you, and you tell me if you recognize this voice.
There's a Twitter video. Andrew Luck, what did I do to you? You could have retired an hour and a half ago before I picked you in my fantasy picks. I mean, what did I do, Vic? I've been a fan of yours. Why would you do this to me? Come out of retirement. I'm just saying.
Lucas, who is that?
That's Orenthal.
Hello to the world.
It's yours truly. That is O.J. Simpson, who used to do live reaction videos and was, I guess, at some point doing fantasy football advice or commentary. Got on his Twitter as Andrew Luck retired and said, "What are you doing? I just drafted you."
The video is so funny, though, because you can see, like, the draft board behind them. They're at, like, a country club somewhere doing their fantasy football
Smoking
draft.
cigars, drinking,
And
football on in the background.
He had just drafted him. Like, this is like 15 minutes after the announcement. He's like, dude, you couldn't have done that, like, a little bit sooner.
It's just electric audio. Brings us back to a simpler time. 615-737-1045. Chris Ballard and them going to get fired this year? They don't win? They should,
I thought
right?
you said Chris Fowler.
No.
I was like, what did he do?
Well, he's not doing the second team Monday Night Crew, right, anymore? They moved him off that?
Yeah, I think so. But no, Chris Fowler's still doing his thing. Big time college football with Herbie. Surely, yeah, right. I mean, if it's just more mediocrity, if you end the season and Daniel Jones ain't the answer, then what more do you need?
Are you going to be able to tell this year off an Achilles injury?
I mean,
he's
getting paid.
The guiding principle is 2 years.
I mean, he's getting paid to be the guy. So if he's not the guy,
yeah, I'm going to be curious to see what happens in Indianapolis because I think Shane Steichen is good at what he does. Clearly, he's continued to win without a quarterback. And I don't think Ballard's necessarily bad at drafting. They have just made horrendous decisions at the most important position. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I got to think he's out. And I imagine that the new, I guess she's not new, but the now reigning Colts ownership is probably like, all right, I'll give you a year, give you 2 seasons. Once I get my feet under me, we'll see if you can keep yours under you.
You think he's a good swimmer?
Probably not. He looks a little top heavy.
Well, you can. I don't know. Do you think I'm a good swimmer?
No.
yeah, I bet you are.
I'm a hippo.
I bet you're buoyant. That doesn't make you a good swimmer.
No, I can keep going, dude. I'd be swimming laps in
Yeah.
my little mini pool.
I bet you are.
You don't have a mini pool.
200 laps at my health club, my health spa.
My health spa. 615-737-1045. We're live at Titans training camp practice, and it's about to get underway with the Chicago Bears here for practice today. I guess for some reason the Titans are accommodating the Bears' practice schedule. Why things need to be later is beyond me, but perhaps we will hear from Robert Saleh at some point. Maybe we'll get to his press conference after practice. Everything is delayed about 45 minutes today.
Well, we will not.
On the air?
Yes.
Likely we will not.
Yeah,
so
it'll
if you
likely
want to
be cover
hear,
two.
But if it is available, cover 2, I'm sure would carry
yes,
the presser.
they will have it. And Cam is going to speak after practice, which will inevitably not take place until 3HL because he always takes an hour and a half
Ice cream.
to get to the podium. Lucas is leaving for ice cream. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
It is 11:02. Good morning from Vanderbilt Health Football Center. I'm Lucas Panzica. The Titans and the Bears are on the field getting ready to get into practice. The final joint practice of training camp ahead of Saturday's preseason finale. Roster cutdown day is on Sunday. Meanwhile, in NFL news, Seahawks defensive tackle Leonard Williams received a 3-year, $90 million extension, $56 million in guaranteed money. It makes him one of the 5 highest-paid defensive tackles in the National Football League. Speaking of the NFL, the league axing the Pro Bowl games. They will still name Pro Bowlers and invite said players to a ceremony and a celebration, but the Pro Bowl games themselves are no more. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Second hour underway. We are live at the Titans practice facility. We are awaiting joint practice with the Chicago Bears. Both teams on the respective 3 fields. Out here warming up today. Oh, a little bit of Titans legend news from Jordan Schultz. First to report that Jonnu Smith is going to reunite with Matt LaFleur and is going to be a Green Bay Packer. Actually, was LaFleur here at the same time as Jonnu?
When was Jonnu drafted?
Jonnu was a 2018 draft pick?
If he was 2018, then yeah, he was drafted 17, yeah.
17, okay.
Well, 4 was here in 18.
He joins also Titans legend Josh Wiley, who is currently slotted as the backup tight end
Really?
for Green Bay.
Well, I knew Wiley was there because they picked him up off of
that's
waivers, and I think he had like 1 touchdown reception last year.
Yeah.
I think this is more a statement about Luke Musgraves, who is still injured. Because if you're signing a vet this late in the process, he's going to make the initial roster.
And Tucker Kraft coming off the ACL.
Correct, which he is practicing,
cleared,
I believe.
yeah.
But
He's back.
it's still, you want to have some guys who can platoon in there, so he's not having to have the full workload early.
But Musgrave was supposed to be the guy in that draft at tight end. Like that was the prospect to know at that position, and him and who's the defensive end from Iowa that they drafted that has just never really done anything. Van something. He's got a Dutch last name.
He has a dumb first name.
Van Ness, Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness, yes, that's what it is.
Maybe
yes.
he has a nice ass, but he does not have the best first name.
Let me look at his stats. I don't know if he's been bad or not. That's a blind spot for me.
He has not been an impactful player. I think they've had him on a good defense for the last couple of years. Orange Dippin' Dots, Rainbow Dippin' Dots.
The Rainbow Dots.
It's like Sherbert Dots.
So good.
Were you
Interesting.
forced to go orange? Like, can you not go another color?
No, I could have gone cookies and cream. I could have gone Cookie Monster flavor. But no, this,
How many sacks?
Smells delightful.
How many sacks does Lucas Van Ness have in 3 years of play in Green Bay?
8.
in 3 years, I'll say 6.5.
8.5.
Ooh.
He has gotten worse every year. 4
Yes.
his rookie year, 3 his sophomore year, 1.5 last year.
I should have said something like 25.
Yeah, 107.
What's the record? What did Myles Garrett just get to? 25? Yeah. So as far as the Bears and the Titans today, we will be able to give you live updates because there are fans at practice today. That, I guess, is the Bears video setup. I was like, is Hard Knocks back out here? They got a more intricate setup than Hard Knocks did out here on the practice field. But Chicago's shooting rules are a little different as far as media, so I'm not sure what fans are going to be able to see on social media today, which is why we're happy to have Lucas doing some play-by-play for you in the noon hour. Right now, we are working through some special team stuff. You've got the Titans' respective offensive units doing some routes on air. Bears are on the far field doing, looks like a little bit of team stuff, special team stuff right now. So once team gets underway with 11 on 11, I don't think we necessarily need to do 7 on 7 play-by-play. It's up to you guys. But when we do some 11 on 11 stuff, we will get to it. Lucas wants that time to eat ice cream.
Yeah, I got to get another one of these.
Were they good?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, I think there's a limit. There's only one per person, so we've got to break out the bald caps and the fake mustaches.
Was that V-Love? Did V-Love just walk by?
No. Say it. Say it. Go ahead, say it. Let him know.
You want to say it into my microphone?
Lucas, you think I be paying attention around here, okay? Smile and hug the babies, okay? That's what we doing, baby. Come on, Lucas.
See, now I thought you were going to racially shame him and say not all black people look alike. I thought
That's what I wanted.
I thought that's okay. You want to do that?
Yeah. I love
What, Lucas? The day after Dolly dies, you think all black people look alike? Is that what it is?
Oh, I hope that was
You know what? do I go off on you where you from because you got a buttocks out of this world? No, Lucas.
He's sitting on it right now.
I get objectified more than anybody at this radio station, okay?
People are now staring at Lucas up here on the SeatGeek Terrace. We have appropriately racially shamed him in front of the crowd. Yes. Yes. Now it was all worth it. It was all worth it today. You have anything to say for yourself? Your defense before the incident?
No, let that thing talk for itself.
Before the NAACP calls us.
I want some more ice cream.
You got 5 minutes.
615-737-1045, the number. If you would like to participate, you are welcome to do so throughout the course of the show today. So let's talk about from one practice to another. Let's take the preseason game against Seattle out of the equation for the moment, and let's talk about what they did against Seattle when last this team practiced against another team on Friday of last week. We thought that they had a solid day, right? The performance grade that we felt comfortable giving Cam Ward was a C+. The audience didn't seem to think that was sufficient.
Well, the audience wasn't watching.
Well, that's the context that I think is important.
Well, it was kind of a deal where he didn't push the ball down the field. They ran very simple stuff, quick game, run game. And so he didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. The chat is calling to cancel you. I don't think you can talk on the radio show anymore.
Well, and all the stats that came out
Should I
after.
go home?
No,
Can
no,
I get
no.
more ice cream?
You're not allowed to get out of this.
Go
All
ahead,
the
I'm
stats
sorry.
that came out after practice were, Cam went 20 of 26. He must have done well. But the context that was missing was everything was short. It was
Yeah.
all easy throws. It was all dump offs, which in turn, that's why I feel like this is an awkward puzzle to navigate. We want to see him do those things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything impressive. That's why he got a C, a passing grade.
And then there was a pick six to weigh it down, right?
Without the pick, I would have probably been comfortable giving him a B-, a B+.
Yeah.
A C plus inherently is, or a C is average.
The
He
passing
was C
grade.
plus,
Yes.
right? So he was slightly above average.
If he
on the
doesn't,
day.
if he doesn't have the pick six, we would have been saying, yeah, it was good. He
Above
did what
average.
we've been talking about all season. He did the boring stuff, the routine stuff, but we didn't see him. We didn't see any throws that make you say, okay, yes, that's how you extend a drive. They did a lot to stay ahead of the chains and things like that.
Slay is also now in the chat condemning Lucas's actions. He
Yes.
is giving his words of support to Ramon. He says, "Don't worry, Savage. I'm on the way."
Oh, no,
We'll
no.
gang him.
You know I stand with you, Slay.
Yeah.
You know I got your back.
It's just, I mean,
Oh, no.
that's right. He thinks he's above it. He thinks he's above it.
Oh, damn, look at Prison Mike. We have a celebrity here.
I need more off Mike Ramon commentary throughout the course of the show.
You see Prison
People
Mike?
are asking in the
Mike.
chat if people can stand, if just anybody can stand up here on the SeatGeek Terrace. No, we have ropes. You can't stand up here with us on the SeatGeek Terrace. We got a rope. We got a rope. Okay, wait. Now I'm gonna get canceled. No, I'm gonna get canceled. A Bubba Watson situation.
No,
We're gonna
okay.
keep it moving.
What are our
We
expectations
got to keep
for
it
practice
moving.
today?
Talk sports quick. Expectations for practice is to look competitive, compete against a team that should be better than you, that by all aspects in the last couple of years has been better than you. But Will Levis probably has some trauma from the last time he saw Chicago Bears uniforms. That was the Surrender Cobra game. As far as Cam Ward goes, you want to see him continue to be efficient with the ball, efficient with his abilities. What are you laughing about?
No, that's not your business.
That's okay.
If you'd like to laugh along with us, you can follow me at Robbie, ROBBY_Walsh, WALSH.
Got to folloh.
Got to follow.
Gotta
And
follow
Lucas,
the
what's your handle?
At Lucas Panzica.
For people to cancel only, for people to report
Yes,
him.
unfollow him. Yeah, and make sure you go and follow me.
Lucas is going to be down 1,000 followers today. Ramon dying laughing at the chat. So, as far as the level of competitiveness in practice, what did Brett Kern come up here and say first thing on Friday?
Dang, you guys stink.
All that. Well, no, he said one Slay's head is so sweaty. Why are these why is this headphones soaked to the core? Why is he getting so animated on a Friday afternoon chill practice? But secondly, Brett said, why can't you go out there and compete? Why can't you go out there and dominate, right? He says maybe that's the competitor in me because we were kind of couching it a little bit. Seattle's a better team. Seattle's the Super Bowl champions. You're a 3-win team. You know, maybe you probably don't belong on the same field with them in a lot of regards. And Brett was like, why not? Go out there and show them that you do. This is your opportunity. So to that same extent, this is a team that was competing in the postseason last year. It's a team that did some pretty miraculous things last year, but it doesn't mean that they're infallible, right? Like there's some obvious places that you can push the Bears around. Their defense is not good. Their secondary is not good. You should be able to have, if you want to judge Cam Ward downfield passing success today in a practice, this is a pretty good secondary to see if he can take advantage of some disadvantages for Chicago secondary.
Yeah, we talked about that off the top, that this was a Bears secondary that forced a ton of turnovers last year, but also got beat a ton. And Kevin Byard, kind of one of their pillars back there, is no longer a Chicago Bear. Kobe Bryant, who they paid big money to, is injured. Out for the year? Or no,
6 to 9 months.
A big chunk of the year.
He could come back towards the end of the year or the playoffs if they make it.
So it is a secondary that is susceptible, and it's the last opportunity to do it on the practice field before the real stuff starts up.
As far as the positional matchups beyond, like, all right, team offense versus team defense success, I'm sure a lot of attention is going to be paid to the secondary, in particular of the Titans. Lucas, you probably didn't go back. Or no, you did listen to a little bit of Gus Bradley, unless you took that time to go eat at the other days. I mean, it's a fair question. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not saying that as criticism. I'm saying
I'd have Pappy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I just wanted to make sure he heard it before I said you heard this because we played it on the show.
Refresh our memory.
Gus Bradley said he was okay with the progress that the secondary is making. He's taking the same approach as Saleh, which is, all right, these are teachable moments. Now you get it wrong again, we have a problem. But we got this on tape. Kevin, you're clearly out of position on this 36-yard touchdown pass. We're going to rep it. We're going to watch it. We're going to get back out here against Chicago on Thursday and then again on Saturday and see if we can't correct those things correct those issues that were made. So Kevin Winston, Cordell Flott, Alontae Taylor, all players who are going to be watched today. Who's the best Bears wide receiver? Best Bears pass-catching option.
I mean, we were just talking about that. DJ Moore's out the door. Is it Odunze or is it Burden?
It's definitely Odunze over Burden.
What if I went off the board and offered you a Colston Loveland?
I was going to say, that's why I said pass catcher, because the Bears wide receivers look like they had a decent core the last couple of years ago. Luther Burden has been inconsistent, too unavailable.
Khalif Raymond's here.
Oh, Titans legend Khalif
He's
Raymond.
their starting slot.
Yep.
Khalif Raymond is a stud. The Titans don't make the run that they do to the AFC Championship game without Khalif Raymond. And to see him continue to be out here doing it still, to Robert's chagrin.
Yeah, that touchdown over Marlon Humphrey still haunts me.
Yes, it should. It was an excellent touchdown.
It was like one of Tannehill's 8 throws in that game.
He only needed it. He only needed the 8, right? Like, that's kind of the beauty of the way that they were playing.
What do you remember about Xavier Thomas at LSU? Like, what did anything stand out about him? He was a third-round pick, and I thought he went a little bit higher than he probably should have. But if a guy like Ben Johnson is pulling you in, you would expect him to have, a plan for that guy and an expectation of what he could be in the league.
I'd be lying if I said I remember Xavier Thomas well. He at LSU.
A speedster.
This past year, 488 yards, 4 touchdowns on 41 catches. Mississippi State transfer. That's right. He's the speed demon, right? No. Or no, that was never mind. I'm thinking of the Mississippi State receiver, Brennan Thompson.
Yes, who was with the Chargers.
That's right. My mistake.
But still, Xavier Thomas, plenty fast, and probably takes over the slot job for them in year 2, potentially, if he's worth a darn.
615-737-1045 is the number if you want to jump in. Vidal says, imagine being on the Bears defense and hearing Buck in earshot pooping on you out in the open. Well, we're up here on the terrace and they're on the third field.
You hear that, Bears defense? We're pooping on you.
I don't know. Isn't Ben Johnson the kind to use that for motivation?
Who's calling their defensive plays?
Ooh,
I'll tell you that in a second.
That's a good question.
Any guesses before I get there?
Was their defense?
You already looked it up, dude. You know I'm going to ask you, and you look it up anyway.
Sorry.
That's not fun.
Okay, give me a hint. Give me just a general hint.
He was previously on Bourbon Street.
Oh, is Dennis Allen the defensive coordinator of the Bears?
Correct.
Indeed.
Ooh, that's a good defense for them to face today.
We should ask Theory Flea how he feels about Dennis Allen's defensive capabilities.
Does Dennis Allen
Dennis Allen's always had good defensive capabilities.
He's a head coach.
Yeah.
He got a little too much leash as a head coach, I think, in that particular situation. So we will keep an eye on these things throughout the course of practice today. Stretch is going on the field closest to us. Titans players getting ready to go. Bears players, it looks like they're going through continued special teams drills right now. As things progress, we'll keep you updated. Live from the Titans practice facility, I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive offers, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. Sign up with DraftKings today with code 1045ZONE and get ready to celebrate the biggest day of the season. Whatever you're betting, DraftKings Game Day will have deals dropping all day long. So mark the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code 1045ZONE. Spend $5 to get 200 in bonus bets within 21 days. That's code 1045ZONE in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus, Tennessee only. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 in non-withdrawable bonus bets issued every 7 days via click-to-claim for 21 days. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
These last few days, I don't know what's been in his mind.
Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken, the best hot chicken in the world. I could go for some Hattie B's out here at the Titans practice facility. Slow burn on practice today. Things are moving at a glacial pace, shall we say, because we are just now into the individual period of practice, where practice would normally have been an hour in on the normal schedule. The Bears are in town, so the schedule is different. I guess Chicago. Ben Johnson strikes me as a very specific type of individual, right? Like, I can't imagine you could. He seems very rigid as far as his routine, as far as his practices, as far as the way that he operates, right? Because I thought, did you guys see a lot of those Bears clips from NFL Films last year where he does the breakdown in the huddle? It's a little corny, a little cringy, except, you know, they're winning, and so guys are buying into it a little more. I can't remember exactly what he's saying because Byard was asked about it in a podcast interview, and at first he was kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like good, better, best. Like, I think he does the good, better, best, never let it rest.
Till your good is better and your better is best.
Like, as a breakdown.
Shout out to the Roman Catholic Diocese of Nashville.
It's something like that. Something
You know what I'm dying to see? Some
Oh, it's a stretch.
Diocese, dying to see. I'm dying to see some real practice. That's what I'm looking for.
In the meantime, we didn't talk about this abomination of news yesterday.
Why are you so upset about this?
Dude, this is not a big deal.
Yes,
This
it
is the
is.
kind of thing that I would freak out about, and you would tell me that I'm being dramatic.
No.
No, good. Read it. Read it.
ESPN is removing the bottom line ticker for college football broadcasts.
Good, you don't need it.
Also, breaking news: airlines will not let you smoke on the airplane anymore.
Lucas, why do you need the bottom line ticker?
I like it. Because I like it. Because I recognize it. And change confuses
Okay, but do you
me.
need it? Do you need it? Do you need the bottom line
don't
ticker of ESPN to tell
need
you
it, but it's
what time
nice.
LSU Clemson is
But
kicking
it's
off?
nice, okay? I'm not constantly. When I watch games,
When I watch game,
When I watch game,
When I watch game.
I try to watch game, and I don't have my head buried in my phone.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't mind when.
Yeah, but
while I'm
inherently-
watching the game, I can also see, oh, LSU scored. They just took the lead against Clemson. I don't mind that, okay? I don't need it, but I like it.
They could still put a bug in on
how'd
the
you just
side.
say need like that again?
No, I don't want to.
I don't
need it.
Don't,
but
don't
like,
you want to get
but-
that 1/32 of your screen back? They can put a bug up and be like, oh, by the way, in Tallahassee, this is going on, and then in Death Valley, they're scored, and then we're coming back to you guys. They'll just throw a bug up and do it. We don't need a ticker. This isn't a stock floor.
I don't like change. It confuses me, and I take it as a sign of disrespect.
I'm not going to stop yelling because that means I lost the argument. So get Blonde Ambition off of my jet ski before he dry accelerates and ruins it.
I bring this up because the real
People
Velo-
are agreeing with you in the.
Thank
in the YouTube
you.
comments. But that doesn't make you right.
They're old and wrong.
You know how many dumb things people say in the YouTube comments that you're not supposed to agree
they've
with?
never gotten anything wrong. They say they're doing this to better serve sports fans by removing the bottom line. An ESPN spokesperson told Front Office Sports, we're creating a cleaner presentation that keeps the focus where it belongs. On the field, they will still give score alerts through game broadcasts at specific times during each quarter.
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
Well, we know why they're really doing this, right?
Well, and that's what the
What is
the real V-Love, not this imposter that's here at Titans training
Oh,
camp.
you mean the person that you thought was V-Love?
retweeted
That's no love. That dude gets no love.
retweeted something from Travis Davidson, who I'm not terribly familiar with,
Okay.
but who tweeted, "Let's call this what it is. They're making room for a gambling partner to put live betting odds
dummy.
at the bottom of the screen. You don't take away a feature from prime screen real estate to just leave it quote unquote clean. Advertisements are coming to the bottom of a screen near you." is what he
100%.
said.
Because what came on the heels of this earlier today is that ESPN and the NFL have just renegotiated, or NFL has just renegotiated its deals with DraftKings, with Fanatics. Fanatics, I guess, has a gambling arm now, not just crappy jerseys, but also crappy gambling coming to an app near you. And then who's the other one? BetMGM. BetMGM. The league just renegotiated with all their gambling partners. So I'm certain a part of that is, hey, ESPN, there's a part of this deal where we own 5% of you now. Maybe that 5% is also 5% a part of the screen.
Oh, interesting.
We have a little bit of coaching. It's not outright news,
It's not
perhaps
news.
just an update.
It's not even remotely news, but it's a thing that is happening.
Well,
This-
that is technically news. A thing that is happening is news.
Sean McDermott's here.
At practice?
That's all.
Okay.
He has been at other training camps and joint camps throughout training camp.
Like it's kind of like when John Robinson was just wandering around like Bucks camp in Jags camp a couple of times last couple of years. Just somebody who's been out, who's probably looking to get back in. And Nashville with two teams who have defensive I guess Salah's a defensive-minded head coach and Ben Johnson is an offensive-minded head coach. But still, you'll see guys who are out of the league bop around from camp to camp.
But he's here. Schefter's making it sound like he's here like with the Bears, spending time with Ben Johnson.
Well, he is probably a guest of Ben Johnson.
An esteemed guest.
Like Cosell. Like he's probably got the same pass that Greg's got out there where he's walking around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure Greg and Sean McDermott are going to be having many conversations on the sideline of practice today.
The thing I'm really fascinated with is that's what Greg's going to open up with him on. That's Greg's icebreaker. Like, like
the
me.
thing I'm really fascinated with?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So a little tease for the podcast. Greg started the conversation with Brian Daboll by telling Daboll, hey, I learned this from Bill Walsh. And that's how he got Brian
He likes
Daboll.
to throw him on the table and just show him what he's working with.
I feel
man.
like when you work that hard, you kind of can.
Yeah.
I feel like that's allowed.
I miss my great-grandfather. Let me just say that. Bill Walsh.
Was his name Bill?
No, it was actually Robert. Robert Bill Walsh.
Robert William Walsh.
There you go.
William Walsh is better than Lee.
No. So anyway, we have a number of.
Oh no, the spotlight's no longer on
we're
Lucas.
getting
Now it's on me.
everyone-
What
Everyone's
about
getting
Velo?
canceled.
What about that guy that looked like that guy?
Everyone's getting canceled today.
Dadgummit. I have a family.
I know.
I have cats
Let's
to
see.
feed.
The Bears are, am I mispronouncing this name?
Jervon.
Jervon Dexter is not here with the Bears. He's been involved in recent trade rumors, also has a hamstring.
Two of them.
Should we take the opportunity to talk about the other team? Chicago's an interesting team this year. Not
They're
a
very
single
interesting.
team in the NFC North finished with a losing record. The Lions were the last place team in the NFC North. They were 9-8.
They feel like a boomer bust team this year.
Chicago would be my pick in the NFC to have the biggest regression. I would take New England in the AFC. I would take Chicago in the NFC.
See, Chicago is the team that I think can push the NFC West the most for a stranglehold because they would have the offensive firepower to match up with a Rams defense, a Seahawks defense, Mike McDonald. Kirby Kutcher, Michael, come on, hop in here with us. What do you think?
Well, they had, 7 wins in the last couple of minutes last year. That lightning's not going to strike again this season, so the odds are that, say, of those 7 or 8 wins, that 5 of those might be losses.
Bears are, this is courtesy of Reddit, Bears are the first team in NFL history to win 6 games they trailed in the last 2 minutes. That's according
There you go,
to
6.
Yahoo Sports, but found on Reddit.
This feels like a good time to get Kirby's training camp observations. I feel like we're not going to have time in the noon
What, you went
hour.
to 5?
There will be team drills.
No, he's not prepared.
No, I've been waiting for him to fire
Oh my
up on
God,
these people.
he does have
Look at- he's got a
observations.
whole
He's been-
notepad.
He's been writing them
these.
for days.
Yes.
And we
This-
simply haven't gone to. I
our
would
last
kind of
chance.
like random observations that don't apply to today's practice from
This is
month and a half.
preseason in general.
Weeks ago.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
All right, hit
Camp
us.
2026.
Just
Proceed.
give us some random ones. I won't like
A random?
What was your first observation?
Pull them out of a hat.
Well, the first observation is a brand new look, a whole lot of new energy, but has anything changed?
That's a pretty apt
TBD.
observation.
I feel like we should have snapped.
The second
after
one,
that.
and I think this is the most highlighted,
Probably could've been
is
a
that
haiku.
ice cream is the new breakfast staple.
That's right.
Only for some.
Shout out Dippin'
No, we
Dots.
can-
Lucas
we
is-
snap after that.
Lucas is on his or approaching his second pouch. Those pouches of Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Dippin' Dots pouch.
We've had lots of changes. The facility is different. We have new stuff in the field, new uniforms, new roster. So we'll see what else happens.
Yeah, yes,
Flashes?
Indeed, we will. Indeed, we will.
Hey, he's so poetic. I love it. It's like he can't help but speak in rhythm and rhyme.
Flashes, and I'll leave it at that. Basically, there are positive and negatives. We'll see which one outweighs the other. And then doing the right thing always pays off, gentlemen. As you know, Seattle had an issue last week, and I was called upon to see what I could do to help, and I did. And inadvertently earned myself a single-barrel bottle of bourbon to deliver to me at Gate 3 before the game Saturday.
Very nice.
Personalized labels going on the shelf. Won't be open for a while.
Very cool.
Setting the standard for the people at the Combine whose broadcast you inevitably have to rescue.
See,
Consummate
even the-
and/or Super Bowl trips.
Even the Super Bowl champs need a Kirby.
And then let's see where we at here. And of course, you got to leave it at this. More things change, the more things stay the same. I would expect below 500.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for the next couple of drafts and see how things improve.
Oh, Lord.
That's it.
No, Kirby,
No, he
no.
had so many things.
Why? That's realistic.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Okay. Did you have a ghostwriter for those? Did Buck hop in there? and
Nobody
write some notes?
Just that
helped
last
me at
one.
all. Nope. That
Just
was
that
just
last
me and the cat working
like-
things out last night.
Whilst sending me AI cat
Oh.
videos, which delight me.
Kirby, not high on the Titans this
No,
year.
I'm not saying I'm not down
That's
on
exactly
them.
what you just said.
I am anchored in reality, and one draft isn't going to solve all the problems or all the needs
True.
that they had, and they haven't signed a great deal of, free agents. You don't get a lot of free agents in the offensive line until after the cuts are made. They may add a person or two, but that stairwell continues to get steeper and steeper for them, and I wish them all the luck. When they succeed, we succeed, but it's going to be a disappointing season, I think.
You realize that means that you hate them because you said that. That means you hate
Well,
them.
of course it does. I'm having a tattoo I had on my back removed.
You should see it. It's the entire, it's like Dallas Cowboy Stadium and the Buckeye Stadium merged into one. It's its entire back piece.
With the flaming star T-ball, but that has to be removed because they took the flames off the thing.
Come
so.
on.
Change the color.
How long until Joe Milton is the starting quarterback for your Cowboys this season? Feels like just a matter of time.
Well,
When and not
pick
Feels
six
just like a
Prescott, as
matter
we
of
call him.
time. Cedric Tillman got cut today. What are you talking about? Feels like a matter of time.
Over under 8.5 weeks.
Well, it took Downs exactly 2 practices before he picked off Prescott in the end zone.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say by week 6, Prescott's either injured and out for the remainder of the season, as he has multiple times, and or his stats are so bad that Jerry will give him another 10-year contract extension.
Kirby down on Dak Prescott.
No, just Jerry.
What position groups that have caught our attention out here are we giving too much hype to? Like, where do we need to cool our or dry our powder out a little bit? We've done Wet Powder Wednesday. We haven't done a Keep Your Powder Dry segment in a while. Where do we need to keep our powder dry most? Because I'm thinking it's that defensive line.
Defensive line is fine.
That's tough. Yeah, I think they'll be as advertised. Maybe the offensive line. I think that they'll have growing pains. The last couple weeks they've been getting flowers, and they've looked good in preseason and in practices. But I think that if there is a unit that needs time on task and opportunity to gel, I would say the offensive line.
They just didn't. I mean, I know it's 3 series, but like they got no pressure on Drew Lock. Got no pressure on Drew Lock.
That's
the
a
second
preseason
string
game.
It's the second string Seattle offensive line against Jeff Simmons. I was very disappointed by that, especially after they were crowing about practice on Friday when we were out here. Like, you can't tell me belt to ass and then let Drew Lock go up and down the field.
Was that a good? Did he catch that?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Nice throw by Cam.
So we got 7-on-7
almost
going
picked.
right now. Who was it completed to? Is that DK or Iron
Iron Manor over Tyreek Stevenson.
Nice
Okay,
throw.
so we have 7-on-7 going right now.
We need some rosters.
We can
I
We
left
have
them on the
rosters.
table there.
acquire rosters.
Yeah, they're gone.
At some point. We will give you 11-on-11 team play-by-play. People in the chat are agreeing with me that the defensive line has been underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be a big strength, right? I mean, the cornerback situation.
It should be their biggest strength.
On defense, absolutely. And maybe
I mean, as a team.
as a football team, yeah. No,
But I'm saying, is that a reasonable expectation? I think it's a completely fair expectation.
Oh, yeah, I think so. With the pedigree of some of the players, you're talking about veterans, guys that have played at really high levels in this league and for this team, and a depth, right? There's a level of depth that we have not seen. Jeff is the only, to use, I guess, a college term, the only, we'd say, like, blue chip, all-pro caliber player on this front.
I'd say JFM. Maybe
John
not,
Franklin
maybe not
Myers.
all pro.
Sure.
All pro is like the best 3.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's keep it all pro.
He's
Boy.
maybe like the tier below that, though.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, a Pro Bowl tier.
Yeah.
If you're going to say like award-winning tiers, not just an average to
Yeah.
above-average player. I
Should
would
Jermaine
include-
Johnson be?
No, I think he's an above-average player.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
he's
a
a
solid
Pro
pass
Bowler.
rusher.
Yeah.
So they have a bunch of those guys, though. They have good depth of solid players and a rotation. So, yeah, it's totally fair to expect that to be the best unit on the football team.
Carlos on YouTube is asking if we can get play-by-play in 7-on-7. I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, come on.
So we'll do that for team drills.
Come on, guys.
Later on
Maybe a little bit
in
when Cam comes in.
the show. 615-737-1045 is the number. You can also live stream the show here from the Titans practice facility via the F&M Bank chat. Perhaps we will have team stuff underway when we come back. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
It's Tootsie's Birthday Bash, Sunday, September the 20th, all day on Broadway, featuring Bradley Gilbert, Randy Hauser, George Burns, Chase Matthew, Montgomery Gentry, DJ Silver, and more. Going to the game? You can walk to the party after. Admission is free.
Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken here at the Titans practice facility. Got a great vantage point up here on the SeatGeek Terrace. Robert wants to do play-by-play of special teams. Lucas?
I just want to talk about football. That's
Okay.
all.
What do you want to talk about, what you got on the field right now? You got the Titans special teams unit drilling against the Bears special teams unit. Robert's water bottle is the one falling all over the place.
I have the Lucas disease.
No.
Yeah, we should just throw it. Throw it off the roof here.
Oh, man.
Throw it off the roof. They got helmets on. It's
lawsuit.
fine. They've got helmets on.
Robert, why don't you do this play-by-play on special teams? No, Kirby.
No,
that's
that seems like a
that's so
terrible idea.
dangerous.
Look at the way
Taylor
the thing
boots it?
rocks.
I'll leave it on the ground.
Spinning back towards the punter. Courtney
put it on this
Jackson
table where all
returns
the
it
bags are.
cleanly.
Yeah, because I'm not going to kick it there.
Well, I might get thirsty.
You're not going to get thirsty. You've had 4 things of Dippin' Dots.
What happened on that play?
It was a good punt by Torrey Taylor. A nice little reverse spin, and Courtney Jackson had a fair catch. Bears gunners are getting down there. I don't know if this is the purpose of the drill. I don't know if they're doing like a walkthrough simulation here, but it seems like both of the returns that have happened, both DK and Courtney Jackson, the gunners are not getting blocked. They're getting down there and basically forcing them to call for a fair catch and not getting many return opportunities. But we've only seen 2 kicks so far, so I wonder if there's a theme that we can find out.
Do people care at all that Chimere DK is not getting any returner reps in the games?
They shouldn't.
I don't think they should.
He has, though.
He's fielded 1.
In the first game?
He's
Yeah.
felled 1.
Felled?
Yes, that is past tense of
He has
field.
felled.
Yes.
He has felled 1. There goes the punt.
Oh. Ooh.
Beatty couldn't track it.
He ends up getting it before Bears defenders come down the field. He's skimpering. He's scampering.
In a real game, I don't know if he makes the progress that he did in that situation, but that was a decent job of him after not being able to hang on to that helicopter punt. Knuckleball.
Yeah, nice little UFO right there. I wish we had Kern to tell us the types of kicks these were.
Brett
yeah.
did that one year. Brett was out here with us, like walking through the various types of kicks and punts that they were working on. Because Joey Sly's been trying to do it on kickoffs. He's been trying to helicopter them on kickoffs, which is a crazy thing to try and attack.
It is wild to see how crafty these guys are starting to get on kickoffs. We talked about this off the air, I think, that who Butker hit the, was it
69.
69-yard field goal?
Nice.
Which didn't Cam Little hit a 70 in preseason last year?
He. Someone would need to check that. I think Butker made the preseason record.
Really?
I think.
Okay, I could have sworn.
Zach can double check that. The gunner on this play for the Chicago Bears is NFL veteran Scotty Miller. You remember Scotty Miller with the Bucks?
Oh, yeah.
He is playing gunner.
Oh, he's still around.
For the Bears currently.
Yeah, Cam Little had the 70-yarder in last year's preseason. But there's not a position in football that is evolving faster than the kicker position, right?
Oh, evolving faster than the kicker position?
Yeah, but they got rid of kickballs, the K-ball, and now they've got like all week to doctor them up and pick. That's wrong.
Oh,
Make
those
them
are
all
the
exactly the
K-balls.
same. Go back to the K-ball, and this crap stops.
Well, that is the K-ball. The K-ball is what they do now.
Right,
where
but they give it
stuff
to them way early instead of game day.
A day ahead instead of an hour ahead.
But like the speed at which new standards are getting set in terms of what
special
kickers
teams are evolving,
are capable of.
Right, special teams are changing.
Very
it's
quickly.
changing the tactics of the way that coordinators and players are coached on these things.
Yeah, but all that stuff aside, I'm talking about the sheer ability to kick.
No, but that's what I'm
long
getting
field
to
goal.
because you have a new setup. So if you can have a guy that can just put it in the landing zone and create chaos that
Not
way.
talking about that. Strictly field goals.
Okay.
Like just on field goals, 10 years ago, if you were even in the neighborhood of 60, it was like eye-popping. Now, these dudes are touching 70. 10 years from now, who knows where we're going to be with these guys, man? They're going to be
we're not going to
blasting
100-yard field goals.
80-yard field goals. I mean, who's to say?
2 highlights to note on that punt. Great return by Micah Robinson on that. Also, Gunnar Helm was on the punt protect team, or the punt attack team, leveled the man in front of him. Completely pancaked him and then left and found other work, blocked another guy on the return. So excellent showing by Gunnar Helm.
All right, you guys ready for the real thing?
Yes, I am.
Let's do the real thing. So you've got the Bears defense and Titans offense, first teams converging on the field closest to us. Titans starting defense, Bears starting offense will be on the second field. If there are lulls in the first team reps for the Titans ones on offense, we will jump over to the Titans first team reps against Caleb Williams and that Bears offense as well.
Seems like the Titans offense is going to start with some red zone work, ball starting on the 20.
All right, going right to left, ball's on the right hash. Cam Ward in the shotgun, the first snap of team drills and the final joint practice of 2026. 4-down lineman for Chicago. Cam Ward on 1st and 10 takes the snap. It's a run straight up the middle. Leaping through a pile is Pollard, and he is marked down after a gain of 2 or 3. And just
shoving after the play.
Only one play before there were some extracurriculars. JC's going to just get back to the huddle in this scenario.
That was good good presence of mind by J.C. Latham, because that was a Bears defensive end shoving him to the ground after J.C. Latham was trying to get up off the ground.
Who was that shoving him?
Not just any Bears defender. That was Montez Sweat.
Montez Sweat, the former Mississippi State Bulldog.
Is he wearing 55 now?
No, he's a different player.
Okay.
Okay, they moved the spot to the 18. Ward on play action zings a pass into the right flat for Robinson as he scoots out near the 10-yard line. And that will move the chains. They were going second and short there, so it moves the sticks. No, actually, where do they spot that? I misread where the line to gain was. Line to gain is the 10, so it's 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and 2.
Bears defense had a pretty good lid on that for looking like as a front they read run.
3rd and 2 from the 12 for the Titans in the red zone. Bears defense spread all across the front with Cam in his shotgun stance. Pollard as the back takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Cam looking, stepping up into the pocket. Flag flies. Cam scrambles across the 5, but that's going to come back for a hold.
Yes, the official's very quick to jump. I don't know if did you see, Robert, who committed the hold?
I believe the afflicted party was Dan Moore.
Okay, so not what you want to see. That counts basically as a sack.
Bears defense was in man, though. They went with their men as they crossed the field. Cam Ward stepped up and was going to go to take the yards that were available to him, but the flag flew. He stays safe.
No, but that's a good play by Cam there by just going, right? Green grass and go.
They make it 1st and goal on the 9 for Cam on play action. Tries to float one, and he airmails it out the back of the end zone. Ridley was open there in the back right corner of the end zone. Cam throwing on the rollout.
Some would say too much mustard.
Some would say.
I would say.
2nd and goal from the 9.
That was not what you want to see.
Yeah, that.
And he had Ridley sitting. He's sitting at the back
and who was underneath? Again, I don't know what his progressions were, but he had the open.
I think Robinson
had the open man underneath there for the opportunity to just check it down. He didn't take either option.
Ball just kind of got away from him there. So 2nd and goal. Ball on the 6. Spotted it on the 6. Cam turns, hands, spears up the middle, and flag down in the defensive backfield as he's marked with forward progress down at the 4.
Is that Roquan Smith that J.C. Latham just got locked up with, Robert?
It wouldn't be. Roquan is on the Ravens.
When's the last time Roquan Smith played for the Bears?
3 years ago.
Who's 12?
12 for the Bears. That
is Brian Urlacher, I believe.
That is Devin Bush.
Is it Devin Bush?
It is Devin Bush, yes. Who's kind of had a resurgence in his career after playing really well in Cleveland.
All right, they make it 3rd and goal on the 5.
I feel like Lucas. The two of you have rosters and I don't.
What is that penalty?
I believe it was defensive holding.
Okay.
I don't know if they gave them a first down. No, they did not. It's 3rd down.
3rd and goal from the 5. Cam from the gun. Fires back right corner over the head of Tate. Flag is down. Not a good throw from Cam. Tate could have had an effort at it, but it would have been a really acrobatic catch. Would have had to turn his body while sprinting out to that back right corner.
Just a touch out of catch. I mean, I wouldn't say it's an awful throw. A better throw than the Calvin Ridley one was, but still just a touch out of pace for Tate, who had his man.
But that's not like a high degree of difficulty throw.
Yeah, Cam's got to hit that. So Cam, not
it would
sharp.
be a layered throw. I would not say. I would say it maybe an intermediate throw.
You'll just give your guy a chance, right?
Yeah.
Cam not sharp early on in red zone.
Especially considered Tate beat his man on the rep.
1st and 10 on the 20. Mitch Trubisky is in with the 2s. He rears up, guns it deep down the right side, and incomplete, intended for Osborne. That was good coverage by Terrell Smith.
Yeah, he was smothered.
That's the kind of stuff, though, talking about the Cam play earlier. It's not a layup necessarily, Robert, but you saw Carnell Tate get separation. That was probably the biggest issue against Seattle, as he was struggling, at least in the preseason game, to get separation. Your margin for error is so damn thin.
They moved the spot up after the incompletion to the 17-yard line where Trubisky's under center now.
I believe the penalty pushed them back just a hair.
Trubisky takes the snap, tosses it out. Singleton, his first snap in a team drill in quite some time in joint practice, and he climbs upfield for about a yard.
Yeah,
maybe
Singleton
2.
back at practice this week for the first time after that week, like Lucas said, so did not get that work against Seattle. We'll see how much run he gets in this final preseason game, right? We should expect to see a lot of Nick Singleton after him not getting the opportunity to get carries against Seattle in practice or game.
They spotted on the 14 for 3rd and 4. Trubisky in the gun, 2-by-2 receiver set with Singleton, the running back.
You already knocked your water bottle over.
That's okay. Trubisky alone in the backfield now, takes the snap, quick screen, left side. Singleton has blockers, weaves through him across the 5, and he's in the end zone. We'll see where he's marked down.
Former Titan James Lynch, in a real game, probably would have brought him to the ground. Instead, good practice partner, just pushes him, allows the touchdown. Probably would have been about 4 yards short.
They spotted at the 8.
James Lynch played a lot of football for this team last couple of years.
He's a solid player, and I believe Minnesota before he got here.
British, right? He's from England, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
I was
don't think
unfamiliar.
Or is that somebody else?
I don't think
Oh,
that's correct.
Urban. That was
No,
something.
Brent Urban, also not from London.
Brent Urban's from
Are
Canada.
you thinking of that dude from, now you're doing what I did with Roquan Smith. That guy was like 5 years ago.
First and goal from the 8. Trubisky layers it to the back left corner of the end zone for DK on a play-action throw. Touchdown, Titans. Good throw by Trubisky.
Josh Blackwell in coverage.
I'm looking up this British defensive lineman, Jack Crawford.
Jack Crawford?
Jack Crawford, because he had the accent. Lucas, that's like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
Good on you for remembering Jack Crawford. No, Brent Urban
Yeah,
definitely
he
not
was
from
Canadian.
Oh, Titans defense with a good rush.
Oh, Williams with a dot, though, to the
Not
back.
Williams. Not Williams.
Not Williams.
17.
Bajent?
Yes.
Oh.
That was a hell of a throw.
great throw by Tyson Bajent to the back left corner.
I don't know if the throw would have mattered. Pressure probably would have got there, but
Yeah.
good rollout by him nonetheless.
All right, they're going to reset Trubisky in the 2s here for a 2nd and goal from the 7, despite the touchdown to DK. And Trubisky from the gun just pops it to DK coming from left to right, end around the right side. He's bumped at the 2-yard line where I believe they'll rule him down.
Maybe 35 makes the tackle there after a menial gain, right? Couple of yards there. But DK on those plays, how they get him on the field this year on offense is really one of the questions that we do not have any meaningful answer for yet.
All right. After this play, I wonder if the 3s step in here.
That's Penn State legend Jack Crawford.
Trubisky in the game. Revenge practice for Mitch Trubisky against his former club. Takes the snap from the 4. Quick throw, left side. It's too high, incomplete. Not a good throw for Trubisky, intended for Carter in the left flat.
Just too high. Nothing he can do there. All right, let's take a break. Oh, are you sure?
Let's
Are
go
you
a little
sure?
long
Oh,
here.
they're
with
putting the
Cam.
ones back in?
Or we can take a break and call it for the
Well,
audience.
yeah. Wouldn't you want to put him back in after that red zone series?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see him capitalize.
Maybe go 1 or 2 plays, and then we'll call it for the audience. On YouTube, flock to the YouTube. Before we hit this break, if you want the during commercial coverage.
Oh, are you willing to do that today?
Ball on the 15. Red zone stuff for Cam Ward. Takes the shotgun snap on 1st and 10. Throws middle of the field. It's behind Gunnar Helm. Flags are everywhere.
Well, and the quarterback on the ground, Carmona, got beat there by 50. Who's 50, Robert? I don't have a roster.
Grady Jarrett.
Ooh, Grady Jarrett.
Former Falcon.
Still at it.
That would be defensive holding. Yes, it is.
So the ball advances.
I did not see a number for the hold, but I don't believe it was Carmona. He got beaten so cleanly he couldn't get his hands on Grady.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a quality player just showing a rookie what's up.
Well, and also, it's not his game, right? His game is winning with power.
Yeah.
He just got beat with finesse there to the outside.
They spotted at the 12 now for a 2nd and 7. On the Bears 12. Toss right side. Spears, trailing tackle, would have got him there at the 10.
John Radigan.
They end up spotting it inside the 10 at about the 7.
Now 46. It looked like Tajay was going to have a pretty clean path there, but 46 slipped a block, worked his way through the trash, and probably would have made the play, as Lucas said.
Yeah, let's take a break here.
I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
Hello, YouTube. More red zone stuff for the ones. The starting offense with Cam Ward taking the shotgun snap from the 10. Quick throw left side, incomplete, trying to thread the needle between two defenders, intended for Tate, and it was broken up. Stevenson in on the coverage, and Tate kind of got sandwiched there by two defenders.
Yeah, man, he looked like he got popped pretty good in the head, got right up afterwards and is jogging out after the play. Doesn't seem too shaken up, but that would be the kind of hit to shake somebody up.
So they moved the spot down to the 7, I should say, inside the 10. First and goal scenario. Cam's under center. He takes the snap, hands to Pollard, who hesitates on the right side, darts up the middle, and is greeted there at the 5 by Bears defensive lineman, where he's marked down. They'll spot it at the 6 for a gain of 1.
Nice cut by Pollard there, because if he would have followed the blocks, it would have been nothing. He got what he could by taking the inside.
So this is definitely a different red zone experience than was the Seattle red zone experience, right? They are struggling significantly more against this Bears defensive front and, frankly, the second level.
Yeah, which is a worse unit than the Seahawks.
Significantly.
Second and goal from the 6. Ward, shotgun stance, 4 down lineman. He takes the snap, hands off. Pollard, right side, has some room. He is quickly stifled there, trying to pull the pile into the end zone, and does. Touchdown Titans. Tony Pollard dragging defenders.
22 tried to put a shoulder in Tony Pollard's face.
Yeah, that's Elijah Hicks.
On the opposite field, looked like Colston Loveland broke free from Amani Hooker to score a touchdown in the right back end zone.
Did they call that a touchdown?
They did.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Caleb Williams with a quick throw to the right side for a Bears touchdown from inside the 10. And we shift back to the Titans 1. Cam Ward, ball spotted on the 5-yard line. Shotgun stance, he takes the snap. Ward looks left, throws left, wide open. Carnell Tate into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
Okay. Good way to answer after a not great. I mean, I wouldn't say that either of these red zone series were great, but that's a way to finish the drive off after Tony Pollard was able to punch one in earlier.
Great play by Tate, too, to break through the press and honestly shook up Jalen Jones on the play and was able to leave him reeling, leaving Tate wide open in the back of the end zone.
Dusted him on that play. Now Levis gets in. Ball spotted on the 17. First and 10 for Will Levis. He gets under center. Taking his first snap against the Bears since that fateful day. Turns, hands off to the right. Chestnut burrows under the pile, falls forward to the 15.
Nice to see Bears defenders on the ground instead of Titans offensive linemen, despite the small gain.
They mark it down to the 12.
While you guys are hanging out here with us exclusively in the YouTube chat, make sure you like the video to thank Lucas for all of his good play-by-play work that he continues to give you in these commercial breaks.
Also, a minor injury note. Looks like Tyreek Stevenson has walked off the field with an athletic trainer.
Levis under center now with the ball on the 12. Call this a 2nd and 7. He tosses left side. Bears defenders getting through, and Chestnut is covered up for a loss.
Chestnut nowhere to go there. Good ball security there by Chestnut, because several Chicago defenders going for the ball after they had him dead to rights.
And honestly, good ball protection on him to field the toss correctly, because it was a little bit of a wobbler, not just a solid toss that you're used to.
They spot it at the 10-yard line. This is a 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and 2 for Levis, who's in his shotgun stance. Levis takes the snap. 4-man rush. Good pocket. It collapses. Levis throws. Tipped up. Nearly intercepted. Incomplete over the middle of the field. That was Antonio Greer Jr., the former Arkansas linebacker.
Who was intended there?
It seemed like he was trying to layer it over his head for, I can't see if that was Xavier Restrepo.
I mean,
he
Kirby
obviously is correct. He did not have a chance. It doesn't matter who he was throwing to.
Yeah, kill the update, Zach. Thank you. They spotted at the 11 now. This is spotted at the 6 for 1st and goal. Will Levis, shotgun stance, low snap. He takes it, hands off, stringing out the run to the right side and cutting upfield and into the end zone is Dearness Johnson for a 3rd team touchdown.
A tough play. You got it, Buck.
No, I was just going to say, I have no idea who the hell this team is going to keep at running backs, because they all feel like they are quality. Right? They may not be the best stable of running backs in the NFL, but these guys all provide something.
Might get one play during the open of the noon hour here as the ball is spotted on the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Levis under center, I formation.
Defensive line in tight.
Dearness Johnson is the back. Levis takes the snap, fakes the toss to Johnson, wants to throw under pressure, lobs it into the end zone. Touchdown on a jump ball to DMR.
Oh, that was so close to being intercepted. The final hour is upon us. If you've been hanging out with us during the commercial break, you know that Lucas has just given you play-by-play of the first team and third team, because Levis is out there right now, unless Levis is getting reps with the twos based on what's available. Levis is currently on the field, just threw a touchdown pass that could have also easily been intercepted.
That was kind of a bleep it, he's down there somewhere throw in the red zone.
Bears linebackers really showing out today, and not the guys you would expect.
Levis snaps it from the gun at the 4, throws back of the end zone, and that's a nice catch and a touchdown. Who'd that connect with?
Is that DMR once again? 89.
89, that's McCutcheon.
Yeah, Lance McCutcheon. So nice throw by Levis to close out that rep. See if the ones get back in here. Wonder if we're done with red zone.
Or we could be flipping the field.
Which would be
are we
great.
going low red zone? We'll let them settle in before we start just guessing what the hell it is that they're going to do.
So tough start for Cam Ward.
Yeah,
team
so
drills.
he threw that touchdown pass during the commercial break, right? So the FM audience hasn't heard that. We were commenting earlier while the ones were on the field. You've had now 2 first-team Titans offense red zone series, and now they're working the opposite direction. They're going to start on the 20 and move left to right. But the red zone difficulties for the Titans are significantly worse today than they were against Seattle.
Shotgun snap for Cam from the 20. He hands off to
Nice
Pollard.
cut.
Starts right, cuts middle, gains a few on the play. They call it a gain of 4 as he's stymied at the 24, 2nd and 6.
So worth noting that in that second red zone series, Cam did find Carnell Tate for a touchdown. Tony Pollard also ran in a touchdown against the Chicago Bears, but this is a significantly, so far, they have struggled more than through the Seattle practice.
And now we get to see, really, if Cam Ward is going to push the ball down the field in team drills today. Final team drills of training camp. 2nd and 6 from the 24. Shotgun snap. Again, it's Pollard up the middle. Pyle gets pushed to the 26, 27, where they mark it. They'll call it the 28 for 3rd and 2.
A little dust up between James Lynch and Fernando Carmona there. I would say Cam's most impressive play was not the Carnell Tate touchdown. I would say that's Tate's most impressive play. Honestly, the most impressive play for me is Cam reading the RPO and giving the ball that went out, leaked out to the side that we thought had space.
3rd and 2. They've moved the line to gain, though, to the 34. So it's a little bit longer. Ball is on the 28-yard line. Titans going left to right. Ward, shotgun snap, throws down the right sideline. Caught. Tate coming back for it. Both feet down and out of bounds. Tossed out by Smith. First down, Titans down to the, or up to the 45-yard line. Nice chunk play, Ward to Tate.
So Brian Dable was asked about Carnell Tate not getting as many receptions these last couple of weeks. Obviously, they are 0 for 5 connecting in these preseason games, but Dable did not seem concerned about it. Tate getting off to a solid start so far today.
Ball on the 34. They spotted it at the 34. Call it 1st and 10 from there. Ward under center for the first time on this drive. Takes the snap, turns, fakes the give to Spears under pressure. Cam weaves through it, steps out to his left, throws on the run, lobbing down the left side, and it's incomplete. A good ball from Cam, but it was also good coverage from Malik Muhammad, and that was intended for Ridley. Catchable ball, but Muhammad got an arm in there.
So one of those plays, Robert, where we're not sure whether it would have been a sack or maybe Cam evades the pressure, but they got back there fast.
I think he does. I think he evades that pressure. And a decent throw by him, but Malik Muhammad, we talked about him in the first segment, long corner who's able to dislodge balls, and he did that there.
So ball is spotted on the 39-yard line now. They make it 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Left to right go the Titans. Ward, shotgun snap under pressure. Dumps it underneath on the screen to Spears. He is met by Gallmore rather.
No, that's Brian Urlacher.
Neville Gallimore, a little pushing, a little shoving.
Yeah, a little chatter. Some face mask grabbing.
Now the Bears defensive backs are trying to get their teammates off of the Titans players.
I'd call it a loss of 1 on the play, if anything.
Odangbo not done with pushing and shoving.
JC and Odangbo going at it a little bit, talking, coaches holding them back.
Let's get back to it, guys. Elijah Hicks was the party on the Bears' defensive side. That was the first afflicted party. JC comes in to make sure Odangbo releases him. Release me! Release me from your grip, sir.
Odangbo.
Odangbo. That's what JC they saying. Dangbo, let me go, man.
Vanderbilt.
They moved the spot up to the 44 for a 3rd and 4. Titans approaching midfield. Ward in the gun. 2-by-2 receiver set again.
Bears safety's creeping up.
Yep, showing pressure for Dennis Allen's group. Here comes 5 with the rush. Cam sinks one down the middle. Tate catches in stride between the hash marks and is wrangled down inside the 35.
Robert, what the hell was that linebacker 48 doing? He just turned the complete wrong direction and just let Tate go. Maybe he thought somebody was gonna take that responsibility from him in coverage, but he just completely let Carnell Tate walk right by him.
Nice throw.
Tate runs over Bears first-round pick Dylan Finneman, who on the tackle. Nice play by him. Nice play by both of them. Nice throw and catch.
And they'll call it on that drive for the ones and let Trubisky come in here, resetting it back to the 25.
That was Cam's most impressive play. Stepping up in the pocket, finding Tate, evading pressure.
He's maneuvered the pocket well on a couple occasions today. See if the accuracy issues are cleaned up from the beginning. Trubisky in the gun, 1st and 10 from the 25. Bears rushing 4 as he takes the snap, play action. Trubisky with some time, throws, it's batted down. He almost elected to catch his own pass, but let it go to the grass.
Well, that's a veteran because he thought about it for a second and then said, nope, hit the ground.
Oh, he's staring KJ Osborne down, who was open on the inside cut, and I thought he should have released the ball, held it a little bit too long.
It was a good pocket until it wasn't. What is Levis doing in that scenario?
He's trying to take it for a 20-yard gain.
He is sprinting to the outside as hard as he can.
He's screaming, it's Will Levis time, and then running.
I like to imagine him screaming while he runs.
It's time! It's time! It's Levis time!
Move the spot up to the 30 here for a 2nd and 5.
Nice.
Turning and handing his Trubisky to Singleton, and he weaves his way up across the 35 to near the 40. They mark it back down at the 35. And they spot it at the 34. So, I'm not sure. What do you think the goal is when they're kind of moving the spot all over the place? Is it predetermined, do you think? Because at times, the play has nothing to do with where the ball is spotted.
Well, this is a situation where in the first one of these almost full field drills, they have it structured. After this will be more move the ball.
Yeah.
So
Also
they are
seems
repping specific situations down and distance.
like they're working on converting off of different downs and distances.
So here's a 3rd and long with the ball spotted on the 34. Trubisky in the gun, takes the snap. 4 coming. Trubisky steps up in the pocket, wants to throw on the run, decides to tuck and run, and they blow the whistles as he crosses the 40.
That is 2 great reps in a row by Brandon Crenshaw-Dixon. The play before, pushing the trash out of the quarterback's vision.
At right tackle?
Yes, that is correct. And then that play, walling off his defender, allowing Levis time to step up. And inevitably, he would have ran that for a first-ish down, I would imagine.
People are making guesses at the kind of noises that Levis makes when he runs. Somebody is saying honk, honk. Somebody is saying various motorcycle noises.
Auga. Ball on the 33 here.
Boing.
1st and 10.
That's when he jumps.
Trubisky in the gun, takes the snap, turns, hands to
cut.
Carter. Big hole. He cuts up the middle. He's leveled as he reaches midfield at the 49, but he stays on his feet.
That was just a spectacular cutback to wait for the blocks to develop, to see where the lanes were going to be, and then, frankly, to help create a zone at the end.
Brother of Panay and Noah Sewell, Marlon Sewell on the tackle.
There's 3 of them.
They're just multiplying.
That's crazy. It's like Watts.
They spotted at the 44 now for 2nd and 8, 6 yards shy of midfield. Trubisky in the backup says he's in the gun. Carter still the running back on his left hip. Seahawks showing pressure again.
You mean the Bears?
Bears, rather. Thank you, Kirby. Trubisky takes the snap, turns, hands. It's actually Johnson out of the backfield who runs up the middle and is spotted down at the 48-yard line.
Bears going to make some substitutions defensively.
And they are going to give them a third and short, third and about 2.5.
Now, short yardage situations were a problem for all three offensive units against the Seahawks in that preseason game. The ones could not convert on fourth and short.
There's Williams going deep into double coverage and incomplete.
A little far out of 14, who is your boy.
That's Khalif Raymond, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, third and short. Ball spotted on the 48 for Trubisky. Takes the snap out of the gun. Trubisky, three-step drop, steps up in the pocket, lobs underneath, passes broken up. He had a man, and
He caught it.
getting in there quickly was DeAndre Prince to break it up.
Well, Tyron Montgomery is saying that the ball never hit the ground.
Yeah, it
That's
was
the
Montgomery.
Titans
They marked him
receiver.
down over there. He caught it.
37.
The referees conferring with Brandon Crenshaw-Dixon, maybe getting some clarification about some hand placement.
All right, they're cycling Ward and the starters back in for a drive to start back at the 30.
But good job by the second and third team offensive line for the Titans to maneuver through the trash and keep a semi-open pocket for the quarterback.
All right, they spread things out here on 1st and 10 from the 30 going left to right. Ball's on the left hash. Spears is the back.
Ref threw a flag. Looks like some
start.
early
Yeah.
movement on the Titans' offensive line.
I believe that was Dan Moore, but I do not know that for certain.
Yeah, they're not going to back it up, though. They're going to go
Nope.
again.
Nobody has done more to prove the allegations than Dan Moore so far this camp. Yes?
That he's average?
That he's just thoroughly average.
Yeah.
Ward takes the snap on 1st and 10, looks left, guns it
Nice.
that way, trying to rope it to Tate, who is tiptoeing that left sideline. It's a little too strong and out of bounds.
Man, that would have been a really high degree of difficulty if he was able to complete that ball, because you had 31 streaking over the top. You had 28 running with Carnell Tate in coverage. It would have had to have been a very, very, very accurate throw and slightly off there.
Nice ball and release from Cam, but just a little outside his frame.
Ball on the 34 for a 2nd and 6 now. Ward will step up under center. Takes the snap, the give. Spears up the middle, nothing. Brick wall. Runs right into Jarrett's big welcoming arms. And they spot it for a 2-yard gain at the 36.
It's got to be so terrifying being an offensive lineman getting knocked down in the muddle of men in that moment, because it's like, could my hand get stepped on? Could my arm get stepped on? And it's one thing to get stepped on by cleats. It's another thing to get stepped on by a 300-pound man.
And just go back to that Joe Burrow clip where he's asking one of his offensive linemen, is playing line fun?
They move it up to the 34. That sounds like a little kid question. They move it up to the 34 for a 3rd and 8.
The answer is no, son.
Ward takes the shotgun snap, pressure coming. Ward checks it down. Spear spins off a tackle at the 43, and he's at the 45, but he's going to be marked down where that contact was made.
Not enough there. He's the Bears defenders getting a kick out of the fact that Tajay tried to jump through them.
Yeah.
Chicago offense on the other field, every time I look over there, Colston Loveland is making a catch in the middle of the field with Titans defenders all around him.
Somebody on the YouTube chat said Tyron Montgomery needs more reps. I disagree.
Ball on the 43. This is a 1st and 10. Cam pitches right side. Pollard blockers on that right edge. Big hole. Pollard 50, 40, 30, 20 before he's pushed out of bounds in the red zone near boundary.
Great recognition, great blocks, great speed there, great acceleration by Tony to beat the defender to the corner and turn upfield. That was just a well-executed run play.
Love when the pit. Yeah, there's a little
some more
dust
going
up.
on. Is this Xavier Restrepo letting him have it?
Surely.
who's
Daniel Bellinger trying to hold the party back.
Someone's getting pulled
Oh,
away.
no, the assistant offensive line coach is backing Ironman.
That is mind your manners.
He is not minding his manners today. He is very upset.
Schlobman, I feel like, could have sealed the touchdown for Pollard on that block, had his man downfield around the 20-yard line, and then separated, and may have thought the play was over with. If he would have continued down, I think he could have sealed that block, and Tony could have took it to the house.
I mean, that pitch got to Tony in stride as the hole was opening up, so that'd be one of those plays that gets you standing up in your seat before he even crosses the line of scrimmage. They move the spot back to the 48-yard line going left to right. Cam in the gun. This is a 2nd and 7. Ward, shotgun snap. Quick throw over the middle.
Nice.
Tate high points it at the 40 and goes tumbling down between the hashes. First down, Titans on a nice pitch and catch, a gain of about 15.
If you can't run away from the defender, he reaches out with great hand strength to go after that ball, catching the ball away from his body. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about guys body catching here at practice. Carnell Tate with an excellent display of his length in that situation.
Against Tyreek Stevenson, who is not an empty chair.
Bring it back to the 49, 1 yard shy of midfield. They want to see a 3rd and 3 here from the ones with Cam in the gun. 4 down linemen for the Bears. Cam takes the shotgun snap, fakes the give, throws quick left side. It's a nice snag by Restrepo on a ball that was too far wide by Cam. But Restrepo kind of reached out with the right hand, tipped it to himself, and ran out of bounds in Bears territory on the far sideline.
So it looks like they're going to reset the board here, but we are going to work a different part of the field. Let's take a break here from the Titans Joint Training Camp practices with the Chicago Bears. I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone.
I'm on.
Welcome back to the show. Robert is on,
I've been on.
but the Titans are off the field and into the chill box for halftime.
Is that what we're calling it?
It's the chill box, right?
They should get it sponsored. It should be like the Dippin' Dots chill box.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
You like that?
Or like just make it the Hattie B's chill box, make it like an ironic thing.
Oh.
You know?
You could call it the meat locker.
The meat locker.
The Hattie B's meat locker.
Oh, there you go.
We are fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. You can download the app today. Start to build up those rewards. Get yourself a cold drink at the new East Nashville location right there on Gallatin Ave. Great spot to watch the Titans games this season. So, first half of joint practice is over. Red zone work early for Cam Ward in the offense, and not a good start for Cam Ward in the offense. Cam airmailed an open Ridley in the back right corner of the end zone, and I mean really airmailed it. And then he missed another open receiver in a similar part of the end zone. Was it Tate the
Tate
second
threw
time?
behind him and over his head.
Yes, just didn't give him a really much of a chance to turn his body around while he's running in stride. And then Tate created some great separation, lined up wide to the left in that low red zone period and just dusted who was the defender on that boundary.
I don't think it was Tyreek Stevenson.
26.
I'm trying to remember who.
Anthony Johnson Jr., and was wide open in the left side of the end zone, and easy throw touchdown from Cam. And then he settled in a bit and had some good passes, zinged down the middle of the field into some tight windows when they started to open it up and let them go the length of the field.
The positives for Cam, I thought he made a really good read on the RPO to keep it and then toss to the flat. I think he's making good decisions based off the offensive line where they're giving him space. They gave him an opening in the low red zone period where he was able to move up. I believe that was countered by a penalty, maybe a false start. But still, the vision to see the space come available and not do what he did last year, hang on to the ball a little bit too long. He took it, made his hay, went to the next play.
He's stepping out of pressure in that scenario, and really nice snag by Tate on one of those between the hash marks, just going up and getting it between a couple of defenders. So
and the other positive, no turnovers for
No
Cam.
turnovers.
No balls on the ground, no interceptions tossed. I mean, that's got to stand for something.
Yeah.
Well, it counts for as much as you're allowed to do, again, in these practices, because we talked about the ball security stuff. He can't get threatened.
yeah, it's hard to know.
Right? So I don't want to take it. You are correct in
no
pointing out.
interceptions, we would say.
Correct. You are pointing out correctly that he does not have turnovers. The interceptions are an important note here. The fumbles are, because the fumbles are a bigger issue with him, right?
Last year, it was an issue, and it quieted.
It did.
Like, he cleaned it up during that back stretch where Cam looked like the best version of rookie Cam. But, yes, for a moment there, he was leading the league in fumbles. Somehow they weren't losing them routinely, but he was. It was an issue for a bit last year.
I'll also say that I'm not seeing him hold the ball very long, right? He feels like he's getting rid of it with good timing today, which is a plus. That is, again, a coaching point. It's going to be a perpetual coaching point for him to make sure that he's still got time on task. And that's something you'll hear from Brian Dable in our conversation that we had with Dable with Greg on the podcast. And Kroll tells me, is it at least available in the podcast feed, Kroll, the install for today? Thank you very much. We appreciate you doing that. So after the radio show, or after today's zone shows are concluded, is today a F-words day?
Yes.
Okay, so after what, 7?
Yes.
Then you
correct.
put on the install. You listen to Brian Dable and Greg Cosell chopping it up. I promise you it's the best podcast we've ever done because I said 5 words.
Even better than the live installs?
Well, yeah, because I talk more at the live installs. It's a 3-hour show.
Titans slowly coming out of the chill box, and I will note that Titans quarterbacks did not go into the chill box. Titans quarterbacks stayed on the field for whatever that's worth. Maybe Cam doesn't want to get cold. Maybe he subscribes to Kirby and I's theory about if you're already hot, you might as well stay hot. There's nothing worse than being sweaty, dripping, perspiring all over the place. Go inside, oh, it feels so nice. And you come back outside, it's like, oh, this is miserable.
But that's what you have to do during games. So, like, I get the halftime thing that they're doing. That is literally what you're going to have to do against the Jets. You're going to be hot and miserable. Then you're going to get about 12 minutes of respite, maybe a little less if you're a specialist that has to come back out for early warm-ups. And then you come back out into the miserable September Tennessee heat.
There are a couple of comments in the F&M Bank chat where, of course, you can live stream today's show asking a couple of questions. People are asking for an update on the defense. I don't think we can comment on the defense. We have not watched them very much.
Yeah.
Given that the Titans' first-team offense and Bears' first-team defense are directly in front of us, we have occasionally glanced over at the Titans' defense versus Caleb Williams and company, but I would not feel comfortable giving an assessment of the day's work, given that we've seen, a smattering of plays here and there.
Yeah, Trubisky came out and threw a quick touchdown to Chim DK, but the depth offensive line struggling a bit for the Titans against this Bears front and its backups. What did we think of the offensive line with the ones?
Carmona got right in pass pro, and that was really, that's just a good learning opportunity. I'm sure they'll put that on tape. I'm sure he'll look at how Grady Jarrett beat him as far as those different finesse moves go, right? Because he's been working against Jeffrey, been working against JFM and the limited availability that JFM's had. Grady Jarrett, a different kind of player, different build of player, will try to beat you in different ways. Dan Moore has, been up and down. Dan Moore thoroughly average, I would say, as far as the experience goes. He had the holding penalty back here. He has been, I think he's had more good reps than bad today, but he has been more obviously beaten than anybody but Carmona.
Yeah, Dan Moore is who he is as a left tackle, right? Like we have a pretty good understanding of what the Titans have in Dan Moore. It doesn't bring them back to when they were in a really good spot at peak Taylor Lewan, and it's certainly not as bad as it was for that stretch run there with Dillard and Daly and the like.
So who's more off base with our Wet Powder Wednesday to start training camp? Maybe that's something we do at the end of the show. Right, the Carnell Tate will be on his second contract before his first contract officially gets underway, or the worst Titans offensive line I've ever seen.
I do want to throw Zach Lyons texted me and is providing context on the Ridley play where it was a far throw out of bounds. He thinks that was a throwaway by Cam.
Okay. Well, Ridley was open, though.
And that's why
I don't think that makes it better.
It doesn't make any sense.
I would want him to try to give that ball to Ridley in a practice thing, but worth adding the context. Zach is on the field, has a different vantage point than us. I just thought it was worth providing.
We would have the better vantage point on that, I would say, respectfully.
But, yeah, I mean, Camp is
your microphone's on.
I know that. I just didn't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
They're doing punt stuff on the field.
So wanted to make sure
punt stuff. You can't say it like that. Like
Why?
it's second-class
Special teams?
It's not. I love special
They're
teams.
doing punt stuff.
No,
I'm just trying to give context.
I heard punt stuff.
Like you said, training camp's almost over. Your wet powder before camp started was that this would be the worst O-line you've ever seen. Mine was that Carnell Tate is going to get that second contract with the Titans. What is the more overreactionary statement? I think it's yours, personally, just because of how bad some of the offensive lines have been here. Like we said, Dan Moore, we know what he is. He ain't Dillard and Daly. We know that it's a higher level than what those experiences were.
Yep.
Peter Skoronski.
Better than anybody that played on any of those offensive
Absolutely.
lines.
Like individually.
Yeah.
Schlotman.
Fine.
We'll see. He knows the offense. That's probably the biggest bonus that he brings
I'd say push,
right now.
I'd say push Schloman.
Yep. And then at right guard,
Less.
Carmona, we'll see when the game starts.
No. I mean, I don't think there's any way that he comes out here and has a better rookie year than Kevin Zeitler.
And then at right tackle, it's JC. And
JC is playing more consistently. He looks in physically good condition, so that's a plus. He has been physically dominant against San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that continue.
It's like I expect the offensive line to be a weak point, no question. But to say the worst you've ever seen is very extreme.
I don't know what's more extreme because the Titans' wide receiver curse predates the offensive line struggles. So what you're talking about is a significantly larger sample size than me saying, the worst Titans offensive line in the last 11 years.
I also feel like part of the end of the Titans wide receiver curse, I'm using air quotes, is because of the influx of pro-ready wide receivers that are coming into the league.
Which is why I went that way, because I'm just in that Ohio State wide receiver chain. Literally, there's not one that hasn't worked yet. So
even if he ends up being Terry
Braxton
McLaurin.
Miller didn't work.
He's a quarterback. And he's not a first rounder.
Okay, you're using the first round.
Yeah,
okay, well, he did have the cleanest spin move we've ever seen in college.
Just one of the all-time spin moves.
One of the most ridiculous college plays I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I thought that guy was going to be so good.
Braxton Miller?
Yes.
Like as a receiver?
Yeah, he went to Houston.
Just because of that play, or just because?
Partially because of that play, because, okay, look at the awareness and the athletic ability to do that. Have you guys ever tried to spin? Have you guys ever tried to spin move in real life? It's very difficult.
I would like to see Lucas attempt a spin move.
It is not something that's easy to do.
There's no way that he doesn't hurt both of his ankles.
If someone is
bearing
down on you.
Around the island in the kitchen.
You don't the ankles.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Lucas would find a way to hurt his ankles.
You know, you do it all the time. You run into like a pole or a pillar, you go spin right around.
Boom. Let your weight roll. It's a
that's
natural reaction.
That's what I say.
That's what I say.
As far as, I mean, because for all intents and purposes for the audience sake, they are not going to hear us wrap up practice at the end of the show because practice will still be ongoing. So maybe in the next segment we can take our, because do we consider next week training camp? Because they still have practice as late as next Thursday, and that's considered technically
I guess
a bye
they're
week.
preparing for the season, but it's
Because they are not going to Jets game plan next week. They will do
fair
that the
enough.
following week.
I've always kind of considered training camp to run through cut day.
I think it's just kind of dealer's choice. Yeah, I mean, cut day is Sunday, so I think that is a fair way to assess this. And again, initial roster, so there will be some transactions that take place Monday. There will be transactions that take place Tuesday. They will continue all throughout the course of the regular season as free agency tends to do with waiver claims and all these other things.
Did Joe Thuney ever cross paths with Carmen Brasillo? They're engaging each other on the sideline. In a jovial...
Carmen Brasillo. Yeah, Joe Thuney was in New England, right?
There you go. Okay.
Joe Thuney would have been in New England probably about the same time that Brasillo was.
Let's break before the quarterbacks get back out.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm Buck Rising. It's 104.5 The Zone. So this is the last segment for us, but Titans practice is going to go on for about 45 minutes after we're done today. A change in the schedule with the Bears in town for joint training camp practices. The ones on the field right now, Cam Ward getting ready to take the shotgun snap.
And he takes it from the 45. Quick throw left side. One-hander. Gunnar Helm at the 35. 10-yard gain and a first down at the near sideline. Helm went up and got it with the right hand.
I mean, that's the kind of contested catch you're looking for him to make more of, right?
He climbed the ladder.
He's, 6'4", 6'5", Gunnar Helm?
Dylan Thieneman in coverage.
Point of emphasis here, they are moving the chains properly. I think this is a travel the length of the field type period.
Move ball.
They mark it just shy, so second and really less than one as it's spotted at the 34 and a half. Cam's under center, Titans going right to left. Turns, fakes the handoff to Spears, steps up. Cam just drops it underneath. Tyjae Spears at the 30. The check down gets the Titans over the line to gain and inside the 30, spotted at the 28-yard line, took what the defense gave them.
Can't go broke making a profit.
How we got here. To start the sequence, Cam took a sack, then a Tony Pollard short run, a Tony Pollard throw. Fourth down, he finds Carnell Tate coming up the sideline. The Gunnar Helm play you just heard. Now you're up to date.
All right, 1st and 10. The Titans ones trying to capitalize after that nice play by Helm to get them going. On the 28, under center, Cam takes the snap, turns, hands. Pollard spun across the 25 before he's called down at the 24.
2nd and, 6 here.
2nd and 6, ball on the 24-yard line. Ward in the gun. Pollard is the back on his right hip. Bears looking like they're going to rush 6, creeping,
offside.
Early movement. Cam takes the snap. They only rush 4. Flag flies. Cam guns it deep down the left side of the field. DK there, completely blanketed, incomplete. DK wanted PI, won't get it, but there probably was early movement on defense.
Yes, that should be a call on the Bears.
It is. They just signaled.
And that is going to do it for that period for the first team?
I guess so.
I think we're going to start over with the second team.
Okay, so this is our last segment of the day, and we can do play-by-play of Mitch Trubisky if you guys want to, or we can talk about the camp as a whole. Up to you.
I would rather stick here.
Okay.
I think the more compelling thing is telling people what they can't see for
We got all
themselves.
day tomorrow to talk about camp as a whole.
That's just fine.
So Trubisky and his unit will start at their own 30-yard line going right to left. They spot it on the right hash mark, make it a 1st and 10. But that probably is it for Cam snaps, at least as it pertains to our live coverage.
Yes, us being on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, we may get the tail end of things, or we may get another series at the tail end of things. But, yeah, I mean, for the audience, for what we've seen, okay day for Cam, let's say.
Yes. Started slow, started to bounce back.
Yeah.
As Trubisky takes the snap under center, hands up the middle. Nothing there, really. Maybe 2 yards for Singleton on the right side.
Well, one thing we can definitively say about camp so far is Singleton is the third guy. Now, Mullings hasn't had – I mean, Mullings has missed almost all of training camp.
Not here today.
For what it's worth.
I wonder if it depends what side of IR he's on, if he takes up one of the designation to return spots, or if he just gets put on IR proper and ends his season.
By the way, Williams probably would have been sacked but was flushed out through an incompletion, so forced out of the pocket by the Titans front, and it forced a hold on the Bears, too, on that far side. As on the near side, Trubisky takes a shotgun snap, quick throw left side to Granson running across the 40 where he's tagged down. They mark it at the 37.
Is there anything else that we feel like we definitively know from a roster standpoint, from a depth chart standpoint, like Singleton being definitively the third running back on this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is. His draft status also carries weight, right? Like, if he comes in and shows he can be a player that you could build around in the future.
There's a difference of 1 round between him and Mullings, right?
Even if he's not the technically third best professional running back now, right? Like, compared to a Michael Carter. Like, Michael Carter is probably a more complete NFL player now than Nicholas Singleton. But
gives you stuff in the return game as well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's value there, right? So it's
Carter's had a good camp.
The running back math is going to be so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Can you definitively say how many wide receivers the Titans will carry?
I'm going to say 5.
So you say Bryce Oliver does not make the team.
I think if Bryce Oliver is on this team, it's practice squad.
He's making the team. I think there's no way he doesn't make the team.
I agree.
Did you hear how Bones talked about him the other day?
No, I know.
I mean, I don't know the last time I
asked
heard
the question.
A coach. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's rare. I don't know the last time I heard a coach speaking so glowingly about one player. No way Bryce Oliver doesn't make this team.
I think the Titans also have
That's usually the kiss of death when you hear a coach go over the top about a player.
Yeah, but Bones, I don't know. Bones is genuine, man. When he gets up there, like that dude speaks from the heart. Nobody loves special teams like that man. As Trubisky just checks it down underneath right side, DMR running into contact at the 40.
I bet it's lighter at tight end. I bet it's lighter at wide receiver than people expect it to be.
What is light for you at tight end? Is that 3?
I think 3 is probably because I think the Kanak thing helps them from a roster math standpoint. You don't have to bring Jared Kanak back this year.
And you think the 3rd is?
Man, that's where
Interception on the far side. Can't tell who that Titans defender is that
41
jumped a route, picked off Tyson Bagent, and almost ran it all the way back. Bagent, the quarterback, got in there, said, "You're not running this into the end zone."
And now it wasn't like a full-on tackle, right? He just kind of bear hugged him and tried to pick him up.
He stuck his nose in. I think that was Hallett 41, but I'm sure someone on the field will confirm that.
Yeah.
As Trubisky completes a nice ball left side to Osborne out of bounds across midfield.
Well, that's the thing I feel like that's not being talked about a lot is where Eric Hallett is in the nickel competition, or if it's just Marcus Harris's job to lose. Marcus Harris has been pretty comfortably the third corner, the nickel corner in these situations, but Hallett continues to make plays out there.
And it would make sense for them to tie their pony to Marcus Harris. He has 2 more years of team control after this year. Hallett is a 1-year expiring deal for them. If they want to invest in Marcus Harris and continue his progression, it makes sense that he would be the nickel.
Trubisky taking a lot underneath here. As I think the Titans, did they just get another turnover? Titans defense going nuts on that far side.
And Bears offensive lineman not appreciating it.
I didn't love the spacing on this play. Both Carter and Restrepo in the same area throwing. Anytime you see that, it's not a good thing. You'd like everyone to be spaced out amply so the defense has to cover as much ground as possible.
All right, we'll flash back to the Titans 2s here on a second down from the plus 45. Trubisky on play action. All over him are the Bears. That is a sack.
Restrepo went to block the guy, made contact with the guy, and then Johnson just kind of rolled off the block and got to Trubisky.
Titans front is just getting through.
And that is the Bears offensive lineman last play that was arguing with the entire Titans defense. He puts
Hallett.
41 Hallett on his
tush.
Yeah, but it was Titans front is winning right now against the Bears 2s in the run game, it seems. So let's get to Trubisky from the shotgun stance on his own 47 going right to left. 3rd and long here for Trubisky, who drops back, guns it short right side. Restrepo out of bounds near the 45. Not enough. That would probably be a punting situation unless
Seems
you
like
had to have it.
Cam Ward is coming back into the game, putting his helmet back on. We may get one more opportunity with the ones. Don't like that throw on 3rd down. Understand it's practice, but if it's 3rd and long and you've got to have it, let's throw it past the sticks and not throw it to an out route that has nowhere to go but the sideline.
Yeah.
The sideline is not the offense's friends unless time is running out.
Yeah, that's a surrender play on a 3rd and long from the 2s.
Surrender Cobra from Mitch Trubisky? Is he learning through osmosis?
Okay, let's see here.
I wouldn't call that learning.
Cam said, not so fast. We're going to get a few in before the show ends. 1st and 10 going right to left from the 30. Titans starting on their own 30 with Cam Ward in the shotgun. Pointing out protection, takes the snap. They rush 4. They're coming. He throws over the middle. Bad ball picked off over the middle of the field by Cam Lewis, who got under that pretty easily. He floated it right over Gunnar Helm's head.
Just way too much mustard, Lucas.
Way too much mustard.
And that's tough because the pocket was clean, right? He had space to operate. Not really pressure in his face, not really anybody encroaching on his throwing path.
And there was a window there for Helm down the seam.
For sure.
He just floated it.
That was tough.
So they're huddling right now.
2nd and 10 on the 30. No, they're just going to make it 1st and 10 again.
They said so much for move the ball.
They want him to get a clean run down the field.
Ward under center, see if he turns and hands to Spears on this 1st and 10. He tosses to Spears, right side. Spears trying to get that right edge as he gets across the 35 through contact and is marked down right around there for a gain of 5.
Good lane. Bellinger doing a good job blocking that up.
Buck, did you hear any injury update about Austin Booker coming into today? We have not called his name, and I know he was day-to-day coming into this, and I felt like the outside linebackers for the Bears have still impressed despite being down a starter, if he is not out here.
Austin Booker?
Austin Booker, former Kansas player. He's his 3rd year in the league. I think he had 5.5 sacks last year.
No.
Hardly know her.
Booker.
Let's see. Second and 5 from the 35. Cam takes a shotgun snap, fakes the give, quick throw right side. Tate incomplete. Ball basically got stripped out of his hands as he was going down by Terrell Smith.
But otherwise, I mean, a quality day for Carnell Tate after, I'd say about a lull of a week or a week worth of lull.
A couple nice catches.
For the practices. Yeah, I mean, you would say that he has made the best catches of the day of any of the Titans skill players, correct?
Agreed.
Easily.
And he's probably been the only one who had an opportunity.
Helm had the one-hander.
Helm had the catch of the day, I would say.
Booker is 94, and I have not seen him.
Cam in the gun on a 3rd and 5. Flushed out to his right. Has time to rear up and throw. Guns it. This is Tate coming back for it at midfield. Makes the catch where he's stopped by Smith. But that is a 3rd down pickup. That's Cam off schedule, rolling right, and Tate reading it and coming back to the football.
Is Terrell Smith a former Titan?
Defensive lineman?
No, the defensive back.
Out of Minnesota?
They did have a Ty Smith here for a while, but I don't think it was Terrell.
No, he's been a Bear since he came out. 5th round pick.
I feel like they had a Terrell.
1st and 10 at midfield. Right to left goes Cam Ward. Titans spread it out here. Empty backfield. They rush 4 as he takes the snap. Cam, deep throw, left side. Pollard coming back for it. Makes the snag on the boundary inside the 20. How about TP lining up wide out?
Well, but that's a part of his game. That's been one of the more confusing parts of his presence here the last couple of years is that they don't use him.
Former receiver.
That way. That's what I'm saying. There have been so many instances going back to his career at Dallas where he was splitting time with Zeke. Is he?
Yeah, Cam is.
Cam yelling at the ref or Cam yelling at the defensive back?
He's yelling at the ref for not speeding enough. The defensive back lost the wind on that play. The most important part, or the most impressive part of that play, over Bears' 1st-round pick, Daniel Thieneman, on their wheel route.
Yes, and he didn't moss him, but he just tracked the ball so well, and Cam dropped it in there. Oh, Pollard with the speed on the boundary.
I think it's such an underutilized part of his game here, which is weird to me.
1st and 10 from the 15. Cam in the gun. Pollard back in the backfield, lined up to the left of Cam, but he will throw down the left side. Tate coming back for it, turning catch at the near pylon. Touchdown, Titans.
See it, rip it, throw the guy open in stride. That was just a great throwing catch by the Titans quarterback and receiver.
2 plays, 50 yards, Pollard deep, and then Tate on the left side of the end zone, and that's a good way to wrap up at least this portion of team drills.
And that will wrap up the show.
Great response from Cam. I mean, he missed Helm over the middle. He threw the pick. That's a good response.
2 excellent throws.
Can we give Cam a grade?
To end the show?
I would say B- today. This last period pushed him over C+.
That made it.
The intermediate throws, I would say he was above average.
I'd go C- if not for the last. But those 2 throws put it in the B range.
If we're given a number, I'd say 85.
He can have a C.
All right.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Love you. Bye.